Lucy has spent the night inside a creepy, blood-stained asylum.
Mm-hmm.
How are you all doing when you wake up?
Tired, thanks to a certain someone waking us up in the middle of the fucking night.
Chipper! I'm making you all tea. And breakfast scones.
He is good.
Tired.
I don't know how much I trust Cadmy's scones, though.
Oh, she's good at cooking. I can vouch for that.
She's alright.
Baking. I'm not sure how good she is at cooking, but she's good at baking.
Okay.
Just have Reese double check it. He knows what he's doing.
I'm imagining if Reese goes up to his bag full of cooking supplies, it might be half empty.
Yes. There's no difference. It's just the meal of the day. I'm just labeling them breakfast scones because you're eating them for breakfast.
Oh, okay.
What about Shiva? How does she feel having slept in the halls of an asylum?
I mean, it's certainly different as opposed to what she's normally used to.
You mean nice, fancy, noble estates, fluffy beds?
Yeah. She doesn't really object to it, though. I mean, she's kind of had the reality of I signed up for basically anything going around with these people. It's fine. This could be worse.
It's true. We could be in an on fire asylum.
Don't do that.
Well, depending on your cooking check, that might be the case. We'll see.
I'm just taking average for a 15.
It's 2 for enjoying a nice creepy asylum.
I mean, considering how much you slept on the road, this place assumably has beds, so it's automatically better than outside.
It does. They're not very comfortable beds, but they're beds.
It's comfier than the floor.
See, I was more thinking this is basically your home.
No, it's more left. No, right.
We're talking like all the rooms that are basically these completely sterile white rooms, basically. Or actually, I say sterile white at this point. They're sterile white, generally with stains on the tiles. Just these metal beds with the most basic of mattresses. Not great.
Are they the kind of beds with like straps all over them?
They don't currently have straps on them.
But you can see the hooks for them.
But you do see hooks where you could add straps.
Yeah, I'm sleeping on the floor.
You are free.
You are free.
You will be free to construct a nest of bedroll.
With that, we're joining the Elm Dance family cuddle puddle.
I believe I'll go with the bedroll nest.
I mean, Reese put himself into a corner with apparently a ring of salt around himself. So.
Adeline passed out on a bed.
Does she wake up with a cat on her face?
Maybe? No. She doesn't, actually. Cat will be coming later.
I don't need to hear about you and Calrus.
Oh, dear.
See, I was going to ask where the cat came from, but I purposely didn't because I didn't want that response.
No one else was making the joke.
Yes, the group has virus. But as it stands, the group has got together. You have a total of 5 NPCs traveling alongside you, which is going to slow down the group. It's going to take you 2 days and 1.5 days to get there. Get back now.
No.
As you are, you have a madman who is significantly slowing you down, an elderly nun who is slowing you down significantly, and 3 others who aren't slowing you down that much, but they're still not as used to long distance travel.
The elderly nun
is very talkative.
And I will talk to her because I'm also a chatty.
Oh, you are also an elderly nun.
She is also the kind of person who may read out who basically may answer any problem you have or religious with some kind of religious quote.
Oh god, she's one of
Oh,
those
God.
people.
Fine.
To be
Yeah,
fair, I'm not
some,
different.
some anecdote from one of her various religious holy books.
What does the strange symbol she carries look like?
I can get that for you. 1 second.
I don't know. I don't want to know who it belongs to.
Yeah.
I just want to know what it looks like.
Yeah, I will describe to you what the strange symbol around her neck looks like. The symbol around her neck appears to be seems to be this like gaseous inward anti-clockwise spiral going inwards with a silver it's all silver cross going diagonally through it.
Hmm.
In case you want a really bad depiction of it, that
Oh,
a really bad depiction.
Oh yes, the religion of hating sparrows.
I'm gonna see if I can do better. Nope, I can't do better. Okay.
Reese seems to skip breakfast this morning and seems to immediately just kind of once everything's done just go up. Once he has basically basically gotten up and had a quick chance to kind of change and kind of clean himself, kind of just gone out, just kind of basically gone outside and been basically just waiting at the cart this entire time.
Does he look like he slept?
Doesn't look like he slept very much.
I'll bring some breakfast out to him.
Kind of look to Karis and take it.
But you gotta eat, gotta keep your strength up.
I'm not feeling that good.
What's the
Well,
matter?
you're not going to feel better by not eating.
It looks over at mine. Karis let's wait for a moment. I don't like this place.
We're leaving today, so it'll be fine.
There's few people who would like this place.
We've only gotta put up with this crazy man for 2 more nights, and then we're done with him.
I'm just calling it now. He's going to become some part of deciphering everything in the book, and we're going to have to drag him around for a lot longer.
A quick question.
God.
Aspen got up in the middle of the night and laid down with a crazy guy. Did he care?
Not particularly.
Okay.
Might not have even noticed.
He just woke up with a dog on him and went, okay.
To be fair, he's so out of it, he probably didn't know if Aspen was real or not. Probably not the first time it's happened.
We're going to set out again. With a significantly more cramped cart, now you have more people with you. and probably the rotation of some people having to walk beside you, hence in slowing down a bit.
I wander off into the forest with the dune,
Oh, good.
following along the party.
Like Admin.
I'll occasionally pop back, saying some things that are ahead on the road.
And the group can travel back. Yes? Anyone have a question there?
No, I was just going to say that Chaos will spend most of the time walking. She'll happily give up her seat for one of the, people from the place.
Such as perhaps the elderly nun.
Yes, perhaps her.
Yeah, Maya's probably gonna end up just giving up her seat for as long as she can stand to.
Didn't we have horses?
You had, you had some horses, yes.
That's what I thought.
So, certainly
Alright,
some
yeah,
people
so
riding.
Anyway,
The cart,
whatever.
the cart isn't full to the brim, so that's fine. Just a case of, at this point, you didn't necessarily have enough horses to fill everyone.
Yeah, that's
And certainly the madman has to go on the cart because there is no way he's going to be able to ride a horse.
I don't know, you could tie him to it.
It's not riding a horse, that's turning him into cargo.
It's a
That's
very
what he is
fine
now.
line.
During the entire traveling, he on multiple occasions seems to just let out strange, cryptic, and mad phrases that make absolutely no sense to any of you.
Ellis gets entirely fed up of him within the first half of the day.
Karis, make a perception check.
Before I do that, she does a reasonable job of hiding how annoyed she is at him. Then perception. Oh, really?
Okay, no. Shiva was riding in the car as well, though Shiva's not here, so to tell you this. Oh, you are. Rose?
Hello. I just got here.
Hello.
Well, Karis is getting angry at the madman's random spouting of things. At least, say because she was definitely in the cart because she was certainly that's why she was traveling the whole time. We've certainly noticed that Reese has been doing his best not to listen, so much so that he has hidden. He's rather sneakily put in a pair of earplugs. Which he may have had on last night, which is why he didn't wake up when he started shouting.
Oh.
Cal, do you want to go for a ride?
Sure.
She offers a hand to help you up onto a dune.
We'll take it and climb up.
And we'll go off into the woods.
Okay,
'Cause-
bye.
Yep.
Have a nice time.
That's basically what Cadme was doing. She kept disappearing into the woods, scouting ahead a bit, coming back. And now apparently dragging Kelwis along as well.
Yep, because I broke your bluff of my sense of motive and saw you were getting fed up, so I got you away from the
By
situation.
one.
Yes.
And I believe... I know it's Intimidate I get a bonus on, not Bluff.
But your first day of travel back, you get about halfway back, and it's fine. You don't seem to run across any major issues. And the group gets to set up camp with various tents and similar things on its nice, slightly rocky ridge overlooking the forest.
Ooh.
There is a beautiful shining full moon out tonight.
The place looks it's a nice place to camp.
Oh joy.
Kelwis is going to keep a very close eye on Amaya the entire night. I will go into exhausted keeping an eye on her.
No, you won't be
Well-
you won't be fatigued.
I will take it.
Well, you notice Amaya is kind of fidgety, kind of and paces around, and is She's just seems more energetic than usual and kind of restless, but not any more violent or anything concerning.
Hmm. Either way, Karis will basically be staying awake the entire night to keep an eye on Amaya.
And you'll notice Airlease staring intently at you the entire time as well.
Mm-hmm. Karis doesn't make a move or anything, unless Amaya goes like aggressive or anything like that. But yeah, keeping an eye.
Yeah, in which case, for the next day, you will have 6 points of non-lethal damage that won't go away, and you are fatigued.
Okay, at least it's non-lethal.
Yeah, it's just non-lethal. It's just you're exhausted. That's it, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, each day you don't sleep, you can see this getting worse and worse.
Yes.
Well, I'm
That's
gonna
what I
roll for Airlease. Oh, poor Airlease.
Is he just unconscious?
No, she isn't.
Ah.
Airlease is healthy. She has 15 hit points.
She's a
Ooh,
protector
wow.
archetype. She's bodyguard. She's pretty healthy familiar.
I mean, that is being controlled by Mega.
I has HP.
It's
do.
also true because even Hestia has 9.
Yeah, as it stands, though, the group gets to rest up in camp. Alvin continuing his random prophecies. Sideline.
Yeah.
So you had halfway treated your illness you've got right now.
Oh yes.
Presumably, the hired Kelris is still going to treat disease here.
He will try.
Wait, I have something for this. Now that I'm aware that she is in fact diseased. I have an herb I got from when we were going through the swamps, and it grants a +5 on a single save versus disease. I'm going to give Cadme one, because these aren't going to keep a whole hell of a lot longer.
Will that
Okay.
stack with my heal to support him?
Assuming you succeed at the check.
Right. I will still try then.
Yay.
My
Our chemical
first
bonuses
aid
are
kit.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a 27. if
Academy,
it's
please make a
disease.
fortitude save out +10.
Jeez.
You're fine. Your disease will go away.
Yay.
Yay.
And of course, you can heal up ability to score damage as relevant over time.
It was probably a case of pretty much the only time Kelris stops watching Amaya was when she's treating Cadme.
It's the early hours of the morning this day where you wake up. And the camp is kind of getting together when you hear a voice call out. One of the random NPCs you have with you, Deacon, the teenager who was helping defend with the crossbow, calling out that he saw something moving in the bushes nearby.
Alright.
Well,
I'll
I'll make a perception check.
I'll go look.
Same.
I'll make a
Mhm.
perception check as well.
Same.
The kid's got a crossbow just lined up at the
Oh, hey,
I'll
not 20.
I'll just approach it.
I cannot do perception today, apparently. That's 2 nat 1s
You're
on
not
2
keeping a good
perception
eye on Amaya.
rolls.
Oh,
Well,
she is
that's
keeping
the
a-
problem. I'm spending all my perception watching you and nothing else.
Really, it's a perception like that, I could actually stealth away from you.
Yeah,
I do
I'll just
have
I'll
scent
just
if I
approach the
get
bush.
close enough.
You just approach the bush while people try to keep an eye. There's definitely something in the bush. The kid certainly wasn't having a mistake or making anything up. You don't think anything too big though.
Quick head count. Has anyone disappeared?
Everyone's here as far as you can tell.
It's kind of small. You said.
Likely pretty small, from what you can tell.
I'll just hold Kelris because Kelris was approaching with me. I'm gonna hold out a hand to have her stop, and I'll kneel down and make a little animal chippy noises and see if it comes out. See if I can make it to friend.
You can try a hand or animal. You could try and handle animal at a -5. Given you don't actually know what you're trying to entice her.
Fair. $20.
Kind of exiting out of the bushes there, and you kind of make noises, is the head of this like really old-looking dog.
Oh.
Oh.
A kind of a greyhound, I suppose, is the right way is the right kind of breed to think. I kind of give a visual idea. Very old-looking one though.
Oh, darling, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. I should just start reading on one of her bags and pulls out a piece of one of my dog's rations and holds it out.
Kind of approaches it over a little bit, and goes to nibble on it.
Yep.
Seems to be limping a little bit. The leg seems to be hurt.
Oh.
Oh, come on. Yeah.
Also seem to have broken scraps of leather around its neck, though any kind of tag's gone from what presumably the collar.
Yeah. Aspen and Hazel don't wear collars, so whatever. Cadmy immediately settled down to start treating its limp. Keeping it distracted with she'll take some almond butter that she keeps on her for like various things, and she'll rub it on her left hand and just hold it out in front of the dog while he pays attention and getting all the peanut butter off her hand. Basically, she'll be using that as a distraction to looking at any wounds that it may have.
Make a heal check.
16.
Well, the dog seems to be pretty hurt. It's hard to, you don't entirely know what the causes of the wounds were, but you can take some basic idea of how its state is. The dog is stable. From what you can tell, one of its legs appears to be broken. And it seems to have a number of lacerations also on certain parts of its body. Though what caused them, you can't tell.
I'll make a motion behind my head to still out of the dog's sight to keep it calm. For Kelleris to come over and come help me position the leg so I can put a simple brace on it.
This is not going to end well, but Kellis will slowly approach. She doesn't want to startle the dog. She can see Cadmy cares for it and all its limping and stuff, so she'll slowly approach and help where she can.
You can do so. The dog doesn't go aggressive on you. And you can help. You can help if you want to, like, basically put a splint on it.
Mm-hmm.
You said it has a number of lacerations. Can I make a nature check to see if I know where these wounds come from?
You don't know what caused the lacerations. You failed the
Okay.
heal check.
Could I make a separate heal check to see if I can figure out the lacerations? No.
No.
This is not my day.
Honestly, Carol's kind of looking over, doesn't even entirely realise the leg's broken initially.
Well,
Some
it's
real
a
things wrong with
dog.
the leg, of course, but don't know what's wrong with it.
It's a dog. I don't specialize in treating dogs.
Here. Just don't move. Fine, I'll take the lead. Okay. I suppose I'm supposed to be happy that you know at least humans and not animals.
I've not had a lot of experience treating animals.
Yeah, well, it's my only experience, so here we go.
You can treat its leg. Well, the best you can, at least.
Yeah.
Still be broken, of course. It's going to be broken for months, probably.
Yeah. Do you have a home? I'm going to attempt to, strangely, I'm going to attempt to push the trick of speak on the animal, where then it could give me simple yes or no answers that I can interpret.
Okay, you can try.
I can get bonus versus dogs.
Do you get bonus against dog?
I do have bonus versus dogs because I am cool animal handler. Hunt master.
Interesting. It's not going to be an easy check, that's for sure. But
No, it should be like DC 25, I think.
no,
Whatever.
like wounded.
Oh, it's wounded. Right.
It's going to be difficult. You can try though.
Fucking shit.
You try, but the dog seems to be dog doesn't seem. It's really hard to keep the kind of dog's attention there to kind of construct this trick in its current state.
Dog's too dumb.
And
Aspen, Hazel. Go out into the woods, see if he gets back. Come back if you see anything dangerous, yes?
Hazel looked at each other for a moment before darting off together.
Just pointing out,
Thank you.
it's so much simpler if we had Lucas.
This is kind of what I wanted to keep him with us, but people wanted to get him a job, but beside the point. Still,
I mean,
here, give me that stick. It seems fairly straight enough. I should be able to bind it to its leg.
sort of hands over the stick. I know it's a bit of a long shot, but couldn't Hazel and Aspen talk to the dog, and then you talk to Hazel and Aspen?
I can't talk to Hazel and Aspen.
Well,
I mean,
it's like how you were trying to
I
teach
suppose
him, I guess.
various. I mean, it'll be a long shot, but I suppose.
Yeah,
Normal
if they
animals,
don't
you
fight
really
it,
can't get that level of normal communication between normal animals like that.
Yeah.
No, but I'm thinking like the whole yes/no thing. Like she was trying with the dog.
Yeah, the problem more is the level of the fact that like animals can't actually talk to each other like that though.
They don't have a language.
And they don't really have. And well, while they can do some basic communication with each other, like basic signaling, they don't have the intelligence score to convey your information to them in the kind of that kind of way.
So what we need is make Hazel smarter.
that's the bane of everyone with an animal companion. They need to get intelligence up. Once that's free intelligence at least starts having some basic understanding of some very raw concept. About 6 intelligence where it really starts getting like a full grasp on how to communicate properly.
This calls for a quest. An epic quest of massive proportions.
Yeah.
I guess we're just waiting for Hazel and Aspen to get back now.
Yeah.
The dogs will return, though they don't seem to have any ideas of where the dog came from.
Okay. I want to take this time to wild empathy just to make friends with this dog.
I'm not going to make
That's easy enough. Yeah.
You can make friends with the dog. That's not hard.
I mean,
Okay.
if we're really that concerned, we could try following any tracks the dog left. It is a bit weird that it's out this far without like someone with it.
It is likely he was separated from his pack when he was wounded. It is not uncommon for that to happen in various animal groups.
Got a broken up collar. I'm pretty sure his master will be nearby. Might have been attacked by bandits or something recently.
That's what I was thinking.
If that is the case,
He's certainly not a wild dog.
I mean, do we want to take the time and try to find some tracks?
I'm going to.
Thank you, Adeline. I'll keep you with the dog. Keep it calm.
I will attempt to aid.
Yeah,
Yes,
you've done
you
all you
do
needed
that.
to.
I'll keep an eye on the cart.
That is before any scent bonuses, which will hopefully push me into an aid.
Yeah, you can aid with that with the scent.
Oh, thank
Yay.
God. I'm useful for something!
+2, and this is tracking, so add half my level, I think it is. +1.
Does Reese have survival? Could he aid?
Reese is no good at survival.
Okay.
I mean, he has a very basic to maybe keep himself alive, but not enough to really do tracking.
Okay.
Tracking. I've already had to
22.
include my track bonus.
You kind of take a look around. And yeah, it's not too hard to find the dog's kind of tracks. It's pretty distinct with the broken leg.
Right, let's follow these back.
Okay. I suppose some of us should stay with the cart, but Kelvis is going.
Amaya is staying with the cart.
I'm staying with the dog.
I'm gonna stay with the cart because forest is scary.
So it sounds
And
like
also,
me and Adeline's going then.
Yeah, just you two, I think.
Wow.
Hestia can come with.
Got Hestia if you want.
Hestia is her own thing. She can do what she likes.
Hestia will come with you guys if you like adventure.
To adventure.
Yay, adventure.
You kind of follow. You kind of follow the tracks off into the woods. Taking a look around. The forest itself isn't actually that dark as you kind of head off into it. You discover though, it's actually a fairly normal-ish light for the most part. Bright light shining in through the canopy. It's not too bad actually.
It's good.
And you can follow the tracks and follow them. And it's been about half an hour, and you still like the tracks keep going. You're gonna keep following?
Mm-hmm.
Can we tell? Well, I was going to say can we tell how fresh they are, but they'll be pretty fresh considering that we found the dog.
They're about half an hour old.
Yeah. So in my head for a brief moment, I had this weird thought of if we could tell how old they are, we can tell how far there is to go. It's like no, it doesn't work like that.
It's the other way round.
Exactly.
Oh dear.
If you were following from the other end, you could.
Mm-hmm. To be fair, that's how you normally follow tracks. It's weird to start at the
end and go back to the start.
Yeah.
You start following along. The others all sitting around the cart. An hour has passed now, and the others have not returned yet.
hey, Cadme,
Aye.
do you think it might be worth, attempting to use a little bit of healing magic on the dog?
I'm sorry, what?
I was saying, do you think it might be worth trying to use a little bit of healing magic on the dog?
It would certainly help his condition.
Might not fix a broken leg, but it would close some of the lacerations.
Because I have spent the entire hour doing absolutely nothing. I need something to do.
I'd appreciate it.
In which case, oh fuck! Whoops. Okay. Shh. Nothing happened.
What happened? Did you have magic fuck up?
Oh, I accidentally deleted like an entire row of my spells.
Oh Jesus.
Oh.
jeez.
It's fine. I just controlled
Wow.
it. Anyway, here have you.
Estruva suddenly lost 2 points of intelligence.
It's fine. I
Or-
fixed it.
Cora falls out of her pocket and gets a concussion.
Anyway, the dog may be blessed with 10 hit points. Da-da-da.
The dog's laceration seemed to close up, though it doesn't have to do a thing for the broken leg.
You need,
What?
regenerate for that?
Yep.
Yeah,
Which is the level 7 spell, it's not happening.
it's
You will feel better in time, but
I mean, if the leg is completely broken, yeah, that's regenerate. If it's just like a fracture, that's usually the realm of restoration.
Yeah, restoration sometimes, which we still don't have.
Mhm.
So it's a moot point there. We have no kind of magic that can fix it at the moment.
Well, hopefully they manage to find whoever the dog's owner is, and we can just, I don't know, carry the dog? We need to get you like a
I
harness,
mean, there's a
Cadme.
cart, you can probably just stick it on the back of the cart if you feel like transporting
Yeah.
it.
I'll that's what I'm actually gonna be doing.
Effort.
I'll bring it onto the cart. Pick him up. Because I Academy mighty.
She woof.
Buff girl. Is there any other like distinctive features on this dog?
Not too much that stands out, kind of looking over it. The dog is very much quite old. Um,
I'm gonna look at the top of its mouth.
Steve looked fairly good. Nothing really stands out too much. Its tail appears a little shorter than you'd expect, though. Actually, it's a little bit scarred over, possibly even clipped.
Why would you do that?
Also, I do enjoy how Maya completely lost history when she lost interest when she finds Reese's reading draconic history.
Mm-hmm.
Like dragons? Maybe not.
I think it's
Nope,
maybe a
don't feel
farm.
like talking about dragons today. Too tired for this shit. Gonna go on patrol.
Shiva can be interested in that.
Then you go see what Reese is reading. Why doesn't care anymore?
I mean,
You know, if Shiva wants to like tap on Reese's shoulders, like since he's kind of distracted by well, he's specifically trying to block things out right now.
she will gently tap on his shoulder when she kind of takes note and realizes exactly what he's reading.
Kind of confused moment and look up towards it. Could gently put a hand to his ear to remove one of the earplugs. Yes, Lady Shiva?
She kind of gestures towards the book, trying to think of how to properly articulate her curiosity, but she'll kind of can her head and then, is there a particular reason that you have gained interest in draconic history, Reese?
He kind of pauses for a moment and then, with a just kind of childish expression, dragons are amazing. I want to learn more about them.
She's actually kind of surprised by that, though.
They're scary, but I don't really mind.
Interesting. Well, if we happen to circle back around and get near Sigil, I will advocate a bit harder for us visiting the city, so that maybe you could have a bit more hands-on experience with them at some point.
Hey, would you mind explaining this bit to me? Kind of shows a section of his book. Knowing Shiva to be the draconic expert,
She'll kind of peer over and look over exactly what he's trying to show her. And she'll kind of nod and start explaining it, and you can kind of tell with the way she explains it that she is very used to going through and like dumbing down draconic history and facts to people. And doesn't do it in a belittling sense at all. She's just very at home and basically acting like a tour guide when it comes to dragons.
Oh my god, I love your profession. Tour guide nanny.
I mean, that's kind of what her impression was, really.
Reese will seem to listen keenly. The boy having a very sharp head and shoulders. While he doesn't really know a lot about dragons in general, though he does definitely know more than the average person does, but that doesn't really say much. That said, though, he does seem to quickly start picking up a lot of information, start asking questions back.
She'll be happy to answer as much as she can. It'd be pretty hard to give her a question that she'd be unfamiliar with, in all honesty.
I mean, what is her current arcana?
I believe it's a 12 or 13. Let me go check. It's a 12.
I mean, that certainly trumps his 4 right now. It's a respectable 4. Still only 4. So, he's not out acknowledging you yet.
Not yet. Hopefully he never will, honestly, in that particular one.
No, but he might be give you a bit more of a run for your money in future.
That's true.
When I actually get a skill point in it. Instead of just bardic knowledge. Meanwhile, the group is still fronting tracks. You've been out for an hour right now. Still see no end of the tracks.
Man, this dog must have wandered a very far distance.
Yeah. I'm kind of thinking maybe one more hour, and if we don't see some form of sign aside from just dog tracks, then we turn back.
Agreed. 1 hour should be good.
We can make
Another
a
hour.
faster progress back when we're not following tracks anyway.
Hmm.
You have a race through the forest.
Yeah.
The fatigued character who actually can't run.
Yeah, that's a minor detail.
Like, even hustling's a bit exhausting for us, so it's like,
It's
it's
a
fine, you
minor
can't.
detail.
It's fine, you don't hustle on track, so that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
You walk on track. Been about an hour and 45 minutes in total now. 45 minutes since, he was noting. And it's around this point. You appear to arrive at a small bit of clearing. You can see pools of blood on the ground.
Uh-oh.
You can see a tipped over cart and another section of road leading somewhere else in the mountains.
Oh, no. Got a wreck here.
Well, I'm guessing this is where the dog came from.
Weirdly enough, you don't see any bodies, just pools of blood and like weapons.
They're not bodies,
Alright.
they're food now.
Now let's explore and investigate around. See if we can determine what happened here.
Yep.
You can take a look around. The initial scene I'm going to basically give you here is you can have a look around. You can see the tipped over cart. You can see no horses to pull it. You can see no people. You can see no corpses of people. You can see some weapons and pools of blood around. Seemingly, by base examination, there's a lot more pools of blood towards the back than the front of the cart. The cart itself appears. It appears many of the larger chests of the cart have been forced open. Or numerous smaller things seem to be missing.
Firstly, what sort of sense do I get off various things?
Well, that depends how keen you are with it. Make a perception check.
Perception, oh god. That before any bonuses and stuff as usual, but I'm just thankful it's not another nat 1.
In fact, it was near the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Which is good.
You take a sniff around. You smell a few things that kind of come to mind. The first thing that you kind of course smell, kind of taking a sniff around, seems to be that of a strong cologne. Some kind of rather sour berry as being the base flavor.
Sour berry cologne.
Well, it probably smells a lot. It probably smells better than it really tastes, but you know. Usually that's part of the base for it. Of course, the clone has multiple things attached to it, very likely. I just can't give a full description myself. I'm not the most versed in. But other than that, you kind of sniff around. There is a strange smell of salt. As it stands, not something most people could pick up, but something your feline nose could. You can smell some salt around.
Very weird.
What'd you find?
You can also find smells of multiple different kinds of animals: dog, horse, bear, more bear, and something rotten.
Rotten bear.
You may ask additional questions.
Hmm. What's the smell coming from? The rotten smell.
You've just found lingering traces in there. You don't see anything in the air. You can't find anything that actually on site that smells of it.
Alright. In that case,
does the salt smell come from anything in particular?
You can find a few patches. You can find a few patches of ground where it seems to smell particularly a lot, but you don't see anything there.
Weird.
can I search around for tracks of non-animal tracks? Like boot prints or or footprints. That
Well, there are certainly boots and footprints about, but the problem is you're trying to see if there's anything suspicious about them, more precisely.
yeah.
You can try.
See if this is bandits or if it was just it got turned over down the cliff and then
You can try.
got ransacked by a bear.
Take a look around. Looking at the various boot prints. It does appear that there appears to be a pair of small size barefooted footprints that seem to of some kind of humanoid distinction, as well as a pair of medium-sized boot prints that seem to have arrived from the south. Behind the cart, out of the forest line.
Is there any non-animal footprints leading away from the cart?
The same set of footprints seem to lead away, as well as a number of unusual tracks that you wouldn't say are human, but you're not sure what they are.
Okay.
Want to follow that?
In a moment. I want to have a look around for signs of battle, basically. See if, is there arrows sticking out of things? Does it look like an axe has been taken to something? Or try to work out, obviously it's been attacked, try to work out how they were attacked.
You review around and you can see a number of things. You can certainly find a few arrows that seem to be sticking into various trees behind the cart. In front, on the cart itself, you can see a few strange cut marks that almost look like they're made with some kind of claw. You can also see a number of patches of wood that appear to be warped in some way. Look for details about both the claw and the warping. You'll need to make relevant checks to try and figure those out.
This is looking very much like a druid to me.
Let's give it a look over. See if we can pull out
Well,
details.
I'm just saying now, out of character, the only knowledge skill I have is nobility, so this knowledge skills are down to you.
I know. Don't worry. I have all knowledge skills that can identify creatures.
That including engineering?
And
engineering can be used for certain kind of constructs. So mostly Arcana, I suppose, engineering's for in the end. So
yeah, I was about to say most constructs are Arcana. So no, I don't have engineering technically.
So there's a few very rare kind of constructs you can't do.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll see if I can figure out more details about what might have caused the warping of the wood, the claws, why they're a bit strange compared to normal like claw marks, that kind of stuff. How would you like then?
Well, you can go ahead and make me a nature check and a religion check.
Alright.
I'd also just like to point out that like half the party has detect magic and we didn't take any of them.
Nope.
Oh, well, we took Hestia. Does Hestia has detect magic or any
No, I'm
useful
sorry,
skills?
Hestia has a sweet spark.
Set fire to the evidence.
Well,
I don't want to set fire to the evidence.
Have a nat 20 nature for 25 and a 11 on religion.
Does Hestia have religion? I'm gonna ask that about everything.
I'm gonna roll religion.
As a note,
You're good.
Oh,
well, there we go.
As a note, both of those gain a +2 if it's versus animals. Or animal-based.
Well,
Hestia's
congratulations, Adeline.
Mhm.
You identified the claw marks against the cart appear to be bear claws.
Definitely a bear.
However,
bear.
Hestia disagrees.
Hmm.
Hestia
I'm
believes
special about the bear.
believes the claw marks were made by direct bone, not by claws.
Oh.
So.
The only conclusion you
no.
can come to is an undead bear.
Oh.
Oh, great, a skeleton bear. That's.
Oh, that is
That's-
not what I needed.
No, and that's a.
We're more than
I think
a
I know
mile
what
away at this
those-
point, I'm sure, right?
So,
easy.
yeah, they were traveling for 2 miles. At this point, they are 2 miles at walking speed. They're 3 miles away.
Okay.
Well,
Shame I can't have Hestia send light panic to Shiva. Only
can-
light.
I can actually do something better.
What?
I need to double check something. Because I have a signal whistle. Well, no, I have an animal whistle for him.
What's the animal whistle tuned to? Don't actually
Jeffrey.
tuned like. Oh,
So,
Jeffrey.
The donkey.
I mean, I
Which
suppose
he
if
has
Jeffrey
that trick.
suddenly starts walking towards Adeline, the rest might follow.
Considering he's tied to the back of the cart. Yeah, he'll at least try to break off because he does have a return.
I do have a question, and this is I
It's
will actually
calm.
leave it to Big B to decide this.
Mm-hmm.
I count it as an animal for basically all intrinsic purposes, and I'm in the same subspecies as.
Then you would hear it as well. Adeline
Okay.
wouldn't know that. She'd be using it to signal Jeffrey, but yes.
There you
Okay.
go.
Cool.
You're part of Jeffrey's
I am an
Yes.
animal. Can I hear this?
I'm trying to figure out what is how loud exactly is though. an animal.
That's what I'm trying to look up.
I don't think it can be heard that far away. Generally, stuff like that is like a quarter mile to a mile, not 3 miles.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Whistle. Beast whistle, I think it is. Yes, but key to a specific type of creature. Blah, blah, blah. Where is it?
Beast whistle. A beast whistle is a wooden whistle that emits a high-pitched sound, only audible to a specific kind of creatures.
It doesn't actually state a distance.
No, I'll use a signal whistle for thing though, which it can be heard clearly a quarter mile away.
For every quarter mile
Yeah.
beyond, take a -2.
So congratulations, Jeffrey will be taking a -6, 8, 9. Wait, so it was 6 -8 on top of that for -14, -8 again.
-22.
Yeah, let's check at -22.
Let me
Well,
try.
Yeah.
Oh my
You get
god.
this well. I think. What's the
Why
base
not?
of that?
I mean, basically, you're looking to make a DC 23 perception check.
I'll put the -22 in. I'm shooting for like 10 or something.
Actually, 24. You'd be going for 24.
You're searching for higher than 0. Sideline.
Yeah, basically the main point then is basically don't put the penalty in. Basically, I just construct a DC out of it. Basically.
Oh yeah.
23. Nicely done, Cadby.
Hey.
Well,
Question is, I wonder if Jeffrey could actually do that because
Cadby hear the high-pitched noise, so Cadby wouldn't know what the high-pitched noise means.
But
Actually,
she would hear
Jeffrey
it
might be able to
coming
hear it
from
as
our
well.
direction.
The point is, you'll hear a high-pitched noise in a distance, but you won't know,
oh,
No.
Jeffrey has no idea. Well, Jeffrey does not hear it, though, so Jeffrey doesn't respond.
Is Cadme familiar with dog whistles?
No.
I just want to make sure. It's a valid question.
It is. What would a dog whistle be? Local or engineering? Either one doesn't have.
I mean, to be fair, you've heard Adeline use this whistle before. Whenever, like at the end of combats, she uses this to call Jeffrey back at the end of a combat.
That is true.
It's true.
The sad thing is, Cadme probably never realised that the rest of us couldn't hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably true, but
Hey,
You,
Dark.
Wow.
you probably understand it.
With a 28 cents motive, I'd hope so.
I'll leave it to Dark to interpret.
Hey, Dark.
Sorry?
I heard it, and to see if I actually understand any of the meaning of it, I rolled a sense motive.
We've got 28.
Got 28.
I suppose it would be more closer to like a wisdom or intelligence check. Which either way, that's a nat 17.
Because yeah, it's a trying to understand what they were using it for a signal whistle or something like that. When I don't know what one of those is.
Yeah, she's heard Adeline use it before to call back Jeffrey, but that's about it.
I mean, technically, the signal whistle is actually dependent on that regard on how well the person plays the whistle, actually, not on the person hearing it. Check.
Oh, so I need to make a.
It's
Yeah, yeah,
it's a
a
DC
windage
5 performance windage
Mm.
woman. From DC 5, just don't fuck it up.
I mean, I'm +1, so there you go.
Hey!
Which means you can create a very basic concept with a whistle.
Yeah. Basically, it's come.
I suppose
Now,
then it
it's a
might
bit of a-
come into sense motive realms, because that's kind of like intercepting secret messages and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like the wrong time and place for that, but
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. Academy's ears are gonna. Well, anyone with perception would notice that suddenly Academy's ears under her bandana would suddenly perk, and she'll look around a bit, like they would have perked, but they're currently bound. Just look around.
And
Did you
nobody
hear
cares.
that? Did anyone hear that?
What?
Hear that?
No.
No.
That the whistle Adeline plays to call Jeffrey. Did you hear that?
No, I didn't.
No.
None of you have ever heard that.
Well,
Cadme,
Right?
it might be of a frequency that we can't hear. It means that it's too high pitched for us.
Oh,
You have animal qualities we kind of lack, my dear.
I suppose that is true. I think she was telling me to go over there. Well, telling
Go
Jeffrey,
over
but
where?
I don't know. Towards the noise that way. She points almost by like at it.
I mean,
oh,
they've been gone for
2
almost
hours.
nigh on 2 hours.
should we just send Padme, or should we send 2 more of us?
Aspen Hazel with me. I
Uh,
go into the woods.
I would prefer to go with as Hestia is there.
Alright, Astutha, do you want to stay here with me, or...
I mean, the big issue I'm seeing is they're splitting off into very small groups and going off into the unknown.
Someone needs to protect the people.
Yes, and I don't think the cart can go through there.
I
If
can
it
stick
did,
with
if it did, you'd have a cock tumbling down the hill.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call Adun. Well, he was already kind of with us, and I'm gonna get ready to go off into the woods unless anyone's gonna come with me.
I mean-
Cadme, before you go, here's some of Adeline's bolts from the cart, just in case she needs.
Since Adeline called and Hestia is there, she was going to go. There's no negotiation there.
It's also good to point that when you start getting close, you will have your male empathic link.
That's also true.
Yeah.
So she'll be able to understand and not panic, hopefully, because she's probably a little panicky right now.
Come on to Vodun. My dogs can follow along. We are the ones who are slow. Come on.
She'll get on.
Yeah. And hiya! Off.
So we have his Tufa. We have his Tufa Reese the army of NPCs.
And Amaya. Amaya is with the cart.
And Elise, the most important member.
Yes. So while the others are going out down the hill and to the woods, J-Mac, would Astutha like to, check the local area for any useful herbs or plants?
And we might as well. I have a feeling we're going to be here for at least another few hours.
Yeah, no, I'm feeling like we're gonna be here for like an hour or two. So, what Amaya is going to do is try to find a nice shady spot to just park the cart for people to just get out of the sun, and then just start looking for any useful herbs in the area. Is that alright?
Sure.
Alright, well, Airlease is going to attempt to aid. Because she can. Cool, Airlease aids. So I get +2.
Seeing at what Alphen just said, Sisyphus is going to take a momentary glance up into the sky.
It's cloudy.
Oh. Alphen, I have no idea how much to trust you. You just stay with the cart and keep yourself occupied. And Sisyphus will also try and look for herbs, I guess.
Reese is being increasingly now uncomfortable being he's like the only person left now.
Well, we're not going too far.
No, but he's the only person left with the madman for now.
That's true.
Just shove those earplugs in.
The madman can have Coral to keep him company.
I mean, Emma is keeping the cart within eyesight at all times.
So, Karis,
Yes.
Adeline, what do you do?
We were planning on making a nice big obvious mark at the cart for which way the like bear tracks led, I guess, and following them.
You mean like
Sounds
rearrange the whole cart to make an arrow?
Well,
Maybe not that
or just
much,
kind of
but-
like dig one into the ground or something.
Yeah, Adeline will like.
Something that's blatantly obvious for anyone coming this way.
A big line of crossbow bolts, precisely an arrow pointing in one direction.
Let's not get crossbow bolts. Sticks, please.
Alright. And then what do you do?
We follow
And-
the tracks.
Yep, start tracking a bear.
Make a survival check.
I will
Garrus.
attempt to aid.
Yay. Can Hestia aid?
I mean, she can try. She's untrained.
That's fine,
Miscellaneous
tracking.
scent bonuses, maybe?
No.
Nope.
Ah.
I'm sorry.
Okay, well, that's fine. I still have a +10. And you know what? I'm gonna take 10 on this because it's a bear. It's gonna be decently easy to track. So take
Yeah,
10 for 20.
It's a skeletal one, so they tend
Yeah.
to have more dex, but it's still a bear.
Yeah, so survival of 20. Bam.
You begin to follow tracks.
I don't think my +2 versus animals counts here, does it? If it's an undead bear, the
I mean, there was the scent of bears and the scent of skeletal bears, so it could be both.
Oh, sure, you head up into the forest.
Yay.
Meanwhile, the cart, the group riding on a dune.
Hello.
Riding. You actually have no idea what you're following. You
Well,
just had a direction.
actually, Cadme would have been intelligent enough to kind of follow the dog tracks, but since she's on a dune, she can track much faster.
Well, that could make a survival check.
I believe in you.
I
Please
can
as well
attempt
have,
to aid. Okay, never mind.
I was going to suggest having, your 2 dogs help.
Well, yeah, they can help too, but
Riding.
fast.
Adeline, Karis,
Mm-hmm.
you arrive in a small pond in the middle of the forest. It's murky. There seems to be one of those large, say about chest high for the average person, chin high for Karis, pile of stones making a small shrine.
Can we tell what the shrine is to?
Going to get close enough to have a look?
I I'm focusing on the tracks right now. Are they leading into the pond?
They lead around the pond, splitting one set of tracks, one left around the pond, and then one going right around the pond.
When I'm currently wearing my mask dedicated to my goddess, but yeah, whatever. Let's get a bit closer to the shrine so I can actually, see if it's dedicated to anything in particular.
Yeah, and you know what? Adeline's curious enough that she will as well.
Sure.
Just don't lose the tracks.
Mm-hmm. I don't think they're going to be hard to keep in sight.
One second, I'll just find it for you.
It does amuse me that my goddess is titled like the Queen of Spirits or something like that, and she's not actually connected to half the spirits.
You're going to go over to this large section of rocks, and what you see inside appears to be a small emerald statuette. It's probably only as big as maybe as big as a dagger at most. Probably not even that, which is the handle of the dagger. A small emerald green statuette of a lizard with a coiling tail. If that means anything to you or not, it'll completely depends on your ability to roll. Your ability to roll either planes or religion.
I can take 10 on both of them to get 11, so I'm trained. So yay, I know nothing.
So aid me.
Here, have an aid.
Yeah.
If you aid me with religion, I mean, Hestia has really good religion.
But here, I aid
She still has a
Bigby with
+8
planes, I
religion.
aid Hestia with religion, I guess.
Okay,
Alright, well,
that works.
I guess that brings my planes up to religion bonus, so.
Yeah, Hestia's got twice the religion that you do.
Yeah, I know. Oh.
Oh, I rolled that's fine.
Yay!
Wow, so we did reasonably on religion.
Adeline believes this is a symbol for some kind of cult, though you don't actually know too much about it off the top of your head. It's not any of the popular kind of religions, and it's not any kind of thing that you know of too hugely. You're guessing on clues, though. Certainly something related to water. It's pretty likely given the location of the pond here. But you aren't actually 100% sure what it is.
Well, I'd say seeing as we don't know enough about it, we just leave it alone. I'm sure if Cadney's following us, she'll instantly know what's wrong with this and be able to fix it anyway.
Yeah, let's.
But while you're back here, you also notice something. More Keros noticed something. A scent.
Oh?
A strong scent of bloody bones.
Bloody bones. Ugh. How fresh a scent?
I would say the time since this scent left the area is -1 seconds.
Kellis instantly just drops into a defensive posture.
If you look behind yourself, you are not ambushed. However, you do see the destroyed corpse of an undead bear.
Yeah. That's.
I throw a boot
Covered
at it.
covered in the blood of unlucky traders.
Definitely a destroyed corpse, not an undead corpse.
Judging by the fact its skull was split in two, you'd say yes.
I sort of poke it a few times with my spear.
That's
So, if that's there, what have we been following?
I have no idea, but let's keep doing it.
Also, how
Find
did
out
we
the
miss it? How did we walk straight past that and not see it?
I don't know.
I was technically behind you. You're technically heading in its direction, so.
That's
Just because it's basically my first response to anything weird like this, I save to disbelieve. Note 4.
yeah. Let's just keep following.
Make another survival check.
You know what? I'll just take 10 again. Would you like to aid me, Kelris?
I
you
can
can.
try. I mean,
Let's
you
do it
know
too.
what? You know what? I take 10 on
can
my
try.
aid.
Yay! Taking 10.
Oh.
Do you have a positive wisdom?
Technically, no, but I have rates in survival.
Oh, I'm in Hestia.
I guess I could have taken 10, but it's fine. I already rolled.
Ah, dark.
So I need to quickly borrow something.
Okay.
Do not be alarmed.
Oh no. Tell me whenever I can swap back.
You can swap back. I already grabbed what I needed.
Okay, good. Making sure.
It was a cut and grab. Don't worry.
Ah. There you go. That's my take 10 on these tracks.
Well, you start following tracks, and the tracks begin to. Well, you don't see any animal tracks from here on. You only see the two. You only see the pair of humanoid tracks, the boot prints and the barefooted small size prints. But they seem to slowly get shallower and shallower. Almost as if the people leaving less and less of a dent in the earth.
They're getting lighter as they travel.
That's strange, but yes.
Before eventually the tracks just seem to disappear. Almost as if the people were no longer touching the ground.
And I guess their scent stops at the same time.
It lingers for a short bit longer, though soon will disappear. The scent, you can still smell the scent vaguely on like the tops of trees.
They just flew off.
That's all. I'm going to perception to scan the skies and see if I spot anything weird.
Yeah, you know, and I'm gonna
24.
do the same because.
Well, sort of top of trees, sky, that sort of
Oh.
area.
Jesus, I rolled a 2.
Other than a really plump owl, not really.
I want
A
to
really
eat it.
plump owl.
I really want to eat it.
I could try shooting it, but owls aren't actually that tasty.
No, I know, but look how fat it is.
I know, it's
It's
Could probably
fine.
make a good
It
roast
doesn't
with it.
matter.
well. So, that's. I guess that solved some questions, and also didn't solve some.
It didn't solve a lot of questions.
Yeah, I know. And I don't know about you, but I can't follow something that doesn't leave tracks.
Well, not ones that just disappear into the sky.
Yeah.
At this point, you suddenly hear a loud galloping.
Back into combat posture. I'm assuming it's Academy, but Kelvis doesn't take chances.
And suddenly this huge white beast bursts out, as well as a rider with long white hair. Oh wait a minute, no, it's
It's Gandalf.
Oh,
Gandalf! I held it on my magic shepherd's crook.
no, it's a Dune Achiever. And of course, Academy.
Aspen would like to take this opportunity to charge attack Adeline and tackle.
Very well.
What?
Dog jumping up on people think.
And of course, he knows better than trying it on Kelris.
I believe that is a Adeline's on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
Aspen licks your face.
Dirty trick. Lick maneuver.
Yep. Hazel rolls her eyes. Hello.
Hi there. Hello, yes, Aspen. Hi.
Kelris looks
How are you?
confused. Hello? I was expecting Jeffrey, and hopefully some of the others.
Jeffrey didn't hear you. I heard you.
Well, I didn't
You
expect that.
can hear that?
Academy
just
takes
trying
her
to-
headband and pulls it off and flickers her ears around.
I
guess
guess
that
they're
makes
kind of
sense.
similar to Jeffrey's.
She's part deer, so they're all ungulates as it is.
No, Kelris just shrugs. She knows nothing about animals.
So, what are you doing here? This is a very interesting place, I must say.
Well, we're following the tracks of a skeleton bear and a
Which
a little
is currently
person.
dead over
and,
there, point.
Yes, it's dead over there. A little person and a normal sized person.
Except
not-
you stopped.
Because
for they
they
disappeared.
disappeared into the sky.
Yes,
People don't fly.
we don't fly, no, and I can't track anything in the air.
And there's a really fat owl up there.
It is.
Oh, hello. Academy waves at the owl.
But that's about it, and the only thing else is, well, apparently,
You passed the destroyed cart on the way here.
I did. Didn't think of anything of it.
I suspect that's where the dog came from.
mhm.
Probably true.
And it looks like his master's, well, been eaten by a skeleton bear.
Dark, is there anything interesting other than the owl in this place?
Nope.
There's
I'll
a
make-
shrine.
Oh yeah. But I see a lot of shrines. Is that owl just a standard owl? I'm gonna identify the owl.
It's an owl. You wouldn't if it's a special owl you wouldn't know, but it's an owl.
Level 13 owl. No,
I've
joking.
no way to tell if it's level 13 owl or not. You don't think it's level 13 now. But for all you know, it's an owl warlock who was awakened 24 years ago.
Yeah.
Possibly.
There
Well,
are two levels of rogue.
There was also some spirit shrine thing over here, which... Hestia, did you say there was something wrong about it? Something weird? Or was that Adeline? One of you two. I'm sure one of you said it was
the
weird.
point is someone identified that had some weird things going on about it. What was the other role for that? It was planes, right?
Yes.
Planes or religion.
Well, guess who has planes? I'll attempt to try and get a little more bit of a reading on it. Although, that really depends on how well I roll, since I only have a +10 to it. Shiva's also dumb. It's fine.
I mean, a 16 isn't bad, it's just not amazing.
It doesn't beat the 22 we had, so.
No reaction, no recognition.
Well, I suppose I could take a look at the shrine. If it's something's wrong with it, it is in my
Your
it is
duty.
it's my duty to fix. Yes, I will approach the
Show her where
shrine.
shrine is.
Approach the shrine.
With a dude.
Do you want to sit down and try to meditate about it?
Yes, I would love to.
Make a check to try and open your mind to the spirit world.
Ah,
20.
That's a bad idea.
You open your mind to the spirit world and focus yourself around you. You can hear the echo of spirits in the wind, of the forest and the grass. Yet, around this shrine, and around this entire pond, you get no reading. There is no spiritual presence in the pond or the shrine. Actually, in all places, the spirits are avoiding it.
This place is cursed. It is a dead land.
there anything we can do about that?
With my eyes still closed, I'd like to stand up and take a step forward towards the city places. Could I get an idea about where I would be where I don't want to go, and then I would like to go there? Just what's pushing me back? What would be pushing the spirits back, or
The center of the water.
I will start walking into the pond.
Cadme, you can't breathe underwater, Cadme.
As you see a closed-eyed Cadme begin to just walk into
Can we at least take your clothes off?
As you see Cadme's head slowly sink below the surface.
Now,
Oh,
Adeline,
Jesus.
that's not the time.
That's not what I'm talking about, and you know it.
Good lord.
I am going to attempt to follow
Alright,
Cadme.
yep.
Cadme,
Yes.
make a will save.
What?
Make a will save.
A will save.
Will save. Okay.
You were kind of distorting a little bit there.
What'd you get?
Getting myself a 21.
Nice.
Oh, it's Aspen.
That's
Sorry.
Aspen.
Oh, damn it.
You still rolled a 17 on the dice, though.
Yeah, I have a higher bonus than Aspen, though. So
So, what would it be?
22.
22.
Higher. By the smallest of margins. Higher.
Yeah.
As you get this rapture of images sent through your head: hideous storms, water, a strong feeling of vengeance. This feeling like you're drowning and hands around your neck, so you're able to force yourself out and keep hold of yourself. That this is only visions, not actually happening to you. Though, as you kind of snap to this realization, in doing so, you also kind of take in a breath of water by accident.
Okay.
You may proceed to do the random flailing and pulling yourself up to the surface if you desire.
Yes, I will do that.
Kellis was following you into the river as well, and basically, as you start trying to drown, she starts trying to pull you up.
Oh, we have another vengeful spirit on our hands. The spirit is angry and casting of waves and water.
Right, so how do you calm it down? I mean, the last one you set on, you'd let it get its vengeance or something, didn't you? Out of character, I wasn't here for that session, so I've got no idea.
I communed with the spirit in my sleep, but it was still being bound with this place. This is not a natural spirit. This is a bound spirit. This is a spirit of anger, and it is not. What I say would be like, there's like multiple types of spirits I can commune with. This is a dead spirit, right?
Long. Well, it doesn't even feel entirely mortal to you. It feels like something very different, almost otherworldly, which is not a good thing when it comes to trying to appease it.
This is not one that I can simply grant its wishes and send it onto its rightful place in the spirit world. This is a malevolent entity from beyond who wishes to remain here, who has cast out the spirits who dare try to accost its land and is making a binding with this place. An evil spirit of nature and wind who uses its powers, uses mother's powers for vital actions. I will approach the shrine.
So how do we banish it, I guess? Do we destroy the shrine? I don't know.
I am figuring this out. However, its source of presence is in the center of that pond. This is where I went down there so I can get a better view.
Question.
Aye.
Perhaps we should come back to this later. We are kind of doing a job at the moment, and, well, we've been gone like 3 hours now anyway, so...
You're probably right. Let me check a few things first. It'll be quick.
Right.
Let's get what information we can while we're here.
I'd like to approach the bear skull.
You can approach it.
I'll place a hand upon it. With my feelings of magic, does it feel similar?
Placing your hand upon it and trying to feel. Make a perception check. Actually, we actually know your base perception is good enough for this. Actually, I don't need you to.
Yeah.
As you kind of place a hand on it, you suddenly feel like that hand is just dipped. It's just been dipped in the most inkiest and darkest bit of water you could imagine.
It is bound to this place. This entity is polluting the land with horrid creations. This thing is evil.
It's also clear, of course, someone went over and maced the skeleton in the head.
It is making me glad that someone has dealt with it. However, its presence still lingers and is likely going to seep back into the polluted pool that it spawned from.
We could burn it, I guess.
But burning it won't do. The fire doesn't transit well into the spirit world. It's a land of cold and peace. Although this place is
I was
not.
more thinking of literally just to get rid of the body.
The body has no purpose here. It is. Well, I suppose it would return the nutrients to the soil. So yes, if you would like, you could burn the body.
It's not going to, like, I don't know, poison the soil or something?
No. The spirit was manifesting the body of despair.
Okay. Well, Cadme does her stuff, Kelvis will start, like, piling up wood, and she'll basically burn the body.
I'll let you do that. And my next thing I want to do is go over to the shrine. And is it magical?
You sense some faint aura around it.
There is likely a place of communion. I do not want anyone interacting with the spirit, even if it promises them things of grandeur. This is a spirit of.
There's also that idol there. I'm not sure if that's part of the communion
Pardon?
thing.
She'll look around and find the idol.
You see the little emerald green figurine of the lizard.
I'll pick it up. Magic?
Cadme. Yes.
Yep.
Make a will save.
Okay.
Why did you have to pick it up? I literally said I think it's part of the communion stuff.
7.
Why did you have to pick it up?
Well,
Damn it.
as
It's supposed to be a wise one.
As Cadme takes the little idol out of the shrine just seems to crumble.
Cadme, oh no, Lord.
Cadme,
I immediately come over and look
you
over
feel
at me.
You feel this wave of something dark go over you, but then the idol's no longer magical.
Oh dear.
It's inside you, isn't it? Why did you pick it up? Why did you have to
I
pick
don't
it up?
know! What did you point it out to me?
Cadme,
I thought it might help!
oh dear.
I can only feel magic by touching it. Of course I'm going to touch it.
That's different from. Okay, I guess that's true. You know, we have sheep here.
Hello.
Hi.
He was sitting here watching all of this go on. She has seen Cadme do dumb things before regarding spirits. First, she just doesn't care, honestly. It's like, alright, I'm mentally
Wow.
prepared for this. It's happened before.
Oh dear.
She didn't die the first time. She's probably okay this time.
Oh, I happened
what-
once
what
before.
now?
This takes months.
So, if it's inside you now, how do we get it out of you?
Wait, this has only happened to me once, and it took me months of fasting and concentration.
Cadme.
Let's find a cleric whenever we get back to the city.
I don't know who that is, but yes, let's find Cleric. Cleric seems like a good person.
It's not a
like
person.
They
Well, it is a
are-
person, but it's a job.
magical healer.
So a druid.
In a way, it's a
Similar.
druid, but they're more tied to gods than nature.
Gods. Whatever.
I know, but
We
I
can
know,
try finding a
yes.
druid in town as well. There might be one in there.
That's true.
Whatever. Okay.
Let's get back. Oh well.
What does it feel
So-
like, Yark?
You don't feel really much now, just it kind of entered you and then kind of cold feeling for a few moments. That's about it.
As a random thought, as this happened, did Adun react at all? He's like weird spirit elk thing.
Yeah.
Dune is keeping a distance from Cadme.
Great.
Adun, take them back to the cart. I'll walk my way back. You don't need to get near me. It's fine. That or you could go and off into the woods.
How many
So
can Adun actually carry?
You can carry 2 people.
2 people.
I'll go with Cadme then. I vaguely know the way back, and yeah.
Do note
Effective.
this would be riding non-saddle. Adun counts as having a combat saddle for me. She does not have a saddle for anyone else.
Yeah, everyone has a bareback, but that's fine. As long if everyone else holds on tightly, they'll be fine.
Yeah, as long as Dune doesn't object.
Unless you went to combat, you'll be fine. So
Yeah.
Hey.
Also, as a random
So-
thought, how's the feeling of the area now? Like, does it still feel
well,
like a
she'd
dead
have to sit down
area?
for a minute.
I mean, I can try.
I mean, that was an out of character thought, so yeah.
I'll take a guess. I'm trying to feel inside, but I'm also probably going to try to feel the outside too.
Want to sit down for no meditation? You can.
Yeah, well, I will.
So, while they're off getting cursed, do me and Sutha find anything?
I mean, you might. Let me check. What did you roll?
An 18 and a 7.
You find one section of plants that particularly stands out to you. They're kind of like stinging nettles, though they're a lot darker and a lot more potent. These ones in particular, of course, you would not want to make tea out of, though. These are actually quite poisonous, to your mind. So the poison they have is a bit more different. A creature infected with them, this is a very long-term poison, unlike most poisons. This will actually lasting for several days once it enters someone's system. But instead dealing ability score damage, it has a different effect. Someone who's been poisoned by this, well, is known as woundweed when it's referred to. When prepared properly, it can be used as an injury poison. That all heal checks made on the creature take a -10 penalty.
Ouch.
And the creature and anyone using magical healing on the creature must succeed at DC 25 cast level check.
Oh, we found something nasty.
You can only really get a single dose of it though. It's just really too hard to get like any kind of good clippings without accidentally poisoning yourselves with it.
Just a pity none of us have poison use.
No, that's true. Also, you still be prepared. Is the other problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all I have to do.
Then it might be sellable.
Something like this? No. This is going to be on the borderline illegal substance if it's prepared properly.
I can sell it
You might
if I
sell it.
wanted to.
Is Estutha interested in keeping a sample of this?
There's
And
only one
Sif's
sample.
always interested in poisons.
There's only one sample though, so.
Okay, well, Estutha can have it because Amaya doesn't want it.
Yeah.
If you end up repairing it, which will take you, let's see, it'll take you 2 days to prepare it, working basically. But if you want to, it's a DC 18 fort save.
To harvest it?
DC 18 fort save to resist it.
Okay.
I imagine you probably have enough alcohol. You can probably take 10 to prepare it.
Yeah,
It's more
plus
a case of it'll
15.
take you 2 days. Oh yeah, it'll just take you 2 days.
Sweet.
It turns into this really inky black paste you can apply to stuff.
We could try washing it.
Then we're talking more risky stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy taking 2 days to prepare a thing.
But
So
you could
yeah.
do it in like a day.
So, good news. Those riding on the back of a dune will be dropped off.
Hello.
Rose, Anthony,
Hey there.
welcome back. Okay, at that which point, a Doom will immediately just shoot off into the forest and disappear.
Goodbye,
Okay,
Doom.
bye.
Thank
He
Yeah,
has
well.
no allegiance to you.
Alright, so everyone, well, follow the tracks of the dog back to where it was. Found a cart that was overturned down a cliff, and it looks like all the passengers were sort of eaten.
By a skeletal bear.
Yeah, by a skeleton bear.
Huh. Where's Cadme?
Eaten by a skeletal bear.
Not really, but
Kelvis is not there, so ignore anything I say.
oh, okay. Well, basically, after we found the cart, I whistled to Jeffrey to see if I could get you guys' attention, and someone would identify it as, "Oh, I'm calling for you," but so we got Cadmian and Shiva. After that, we went off and tracked where the skeleton bear went, and along with two other sets of footsteps, a medium-sized creatures and smaller creatures. Seemed to be humanoid, at least. The smaller one was barefoot, the larger one had boots, that kind of stuff. But we went there, followed the tracks, and we came across a pond with a little shrine thing in front of it. Did some looking around, and suddenly there was a dead bear. Well, dead skeleton bear. Dead. If you get what I'm saying.
A
Music
destroyed
like that a
undead.
lot.
Yes, exactly. And I tried to follow the tracks of the other things, but they rose up into the air and disappeared. So, can't follow that. But it looks like Skeleton Bear's gone. It was very well destroyed.
And then
That's
I
whenever
burnt
Cadme
it.
and Shiva got there. And so we went back and just looked around the shrine a little bit. Cadme said something about not feeling any spirits there, so she walked in the middle of the pond and apparently through that discovered there was a bound spirit there. Something. And then she picked up the shrine and it said it was magical as she picked it up, and then the magic disappeared on it, so.
That sounds about right. Okay.
And so
Yeah,
now,
sounds like Cadme.
and so her and Kower stayed there and were meditating a bit about what happened, and yeah, they'll be on their way probably in a bit.
Yeah, Abdoon couldn't carry on well, so Kels was going to walk back with Cadme.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
meanwhile, you're walking back.
Actually, Karis, thinking back, hold this. I hand her a rope.
Okay. Are you going to go for a swim?
No.
Okay. Then why
Another end, I take the other end of the rope and tie it around my ankle.
Kelvis drops the rope. What are you doing? What is your plan?
You said people were flying. Yes, I cannot fly.
Yeah, I suspect they used magic to fly. They didn't just randomly float up.
Judging by the tracks that I saw when I was approaching you, they did not do it quickly.
I guess.
Stranger curses have been invented.
I guess. She'll sort of pick the rope up again, looking entirely uncomfortable as she does so.
I mean, I think Kara's makes an excellent anchor.
She is quite heavy.
Yeah. Anyways,
You
I'm going to
said-
continue. I'm going to continue meditating and seeing if the area has changed at all.
Kelvis is going to tie the rope around her waist, just in case. Because she is fatigued and I do not trust my strength when penalized.
Sure, you can roll a check to see if you can see anything in the area now. Is that right?
21.
You sense whatever entity here might be very angry right now, but it's still here.
Oh, did I keep your treasure? Is this yours? I'm sorry. Did I break it?
Is that a good thing?
I'm saying this in Sylvan.
Oh,
You don't get a response. You don't get a response.
I'll be coming back for you after I figure out what just happened. Okay? We'll talk again. We're not done. Still need to figure out what happened so I can figure out what's going on. But you stay here. Meet you again.
Bad spirit.
Bad. Yes, Kenmi is like sitting cross-legged with one of her hands in like a meditative position, and the other hand's like waving a finger at the pool. I need to understand what's going on. The next few hours and days for me will be very important for my meditations. I need to consult the bones and see what other things lie in wait for me.
You begin traveling back.
Yes.
yes.
And as you head back,
I mean, I keep the sculpture.
keep it. Doesn't weigh anything significant enough for me to mention. So
Okay, it's like a green boar statue. Something.
a green lizard with a curved
Okay.
tail.
Okay.
It's technically made of I think smelted clay, like pottery stuff, basically.
Oh, it just
Also,
dyed green. Yeah. Okay.
just dyed in emerald green. Likely using actual emeralds, but to do so. But you are next to a mountain. You are next to mountains after all. So as you travel along, you suddenly find. Well, you suddenly find yourself both surprised.
Oh.
Oh, really?
This huge net falls down upon you. You both get a reflex save. Kelris, you make it -5.
Because I'm tied to Cadney.
No, you take a -5, but you suddenly have a flash of vision of giant web skyfall.
Oh, god damn it. -5. Ugh. So it's just a flat 20 for me now. Ugh. Oh, I should have taken my roll twice, take better.
Even without the +5, that wouldn't have been enough.
Yeah.
The net falls. She's only been -4, actually, not -5. Still, would have been fair. Net falls. Cadby manages to move to the side. Kelra suddenly has a net fall on her and tangle around her.
As the net falls, could I quick draw a knife out?
You can quick draw a knife out.
Basically, I'm just gonna try cutting my way out of the net.
Cadby stands there for a moment. Are you okay?
I'm in a net.
Do you want more net?
No.
Yeah, I'll help you. Cadby starts helping her off.
Alice starts cutting her way through the net.
No, don't cut it. I can use this.
Are you not particularly concerned about the fact that where did this net come from? Is that not the fact crossing your mind?
I am concerned. I'm hoping it was just a trap that was left out here for them to come back.
Okay, well
and
you're
check later.
fair enough. I'm more referring to the dear girl just sitting there going, "You're all right there, bud."
It's Cadme. You cannot expect anything like that from Cadme.
Fair enough.
Sure, you can cut. Sure, you can cut your way out.
No, don't cut it. I could use this. Here.
No,
Pulling
Cowis is cutting it.
No, you're ruining perfectly good rope.
Can you do me a sense motive?
Sure. I would love to. 25.
Yeah. Cadme can tell Cowis is kind of freaking out a bit here. She's trying to stay a bit calm, but she is freaking out.
Okay, there we go. And I'll take part of my obsidian blade that I've napped a primitive knife and start cutting out tree. Okay, I'll get you out. It's fine.
As I mentioned, the ground is fizzling and bubbling loudly as the two argue.
Okay. At this point, I will get most of the net off, let Kelris deal with the rest, wrap my arm around the rope that connects us, and pull.
Well,
I'm gonna reposition Kellerus.
okay, you can try.
It's really not hard to reposition her, especially when she's fatigued.
Except for I'm still
Wow.
having muscular dystrophy at this
Wow.
point. So.
Apparently, Kellis is just struggling with the net too much for you to actually get a proper leverage on to move her.
Well, good news. You managed to get the net off yourself. Right as the fizzing and bubbling ground seems to fall apart.
Well, at least I still have a grip of the rope.
It's true. However, that may just pull you down.
Yep.
Kellis is heavy.
Kellerus, make a reflex save.
Is this still at the -5 or
-4 for it. Yes.
-4? God damn it.
I guess this is another part of the falls.
Need to go back
You want to
and
roll
reread
twice and
that
take the better this
falls.
time?
Too late. I have to declare before the roll.
I know, I was trying to say something.
I forgot again. I will always forget such
Okay.
things.
Yeah.
What is your I need to know a question. What is your heavy load?
Can I do a swift action quick?
What? No.
It would
Okay.
have to be immediate action.
What
My
is your
heavy
load?
my heavy load is 300 pounds.
Tinder, how much do you weigh with your equipment?
With my equipment, let's see. Kellis by herself is 150. My gear. Let's see. All of that stuff's in the cart. I never actually got my leather back off Lucas, which is fine. So with all my gear, I'm at 230.8 pounds, something
If
like
you add that
that.
onto your current load sideline, do you go over your heavy?
Actually, no. Gabby doesn't carry much.
Cadme is strong.
So you're technically in your heavy load right now?
Yes.
In which case, you are allowed to make a. In which case, you are not automatically pulled off the edge. Because normally, if she exceeds your heavy load, you'd just be falling off the edge. You could not stop her.
Right. Yep.
Given this, you can actually try to catch her.
Mhm.
Make a climb check.
Oh.
But you
here we
you
go.
just have to hold it long enough for me to swing to the wall, and then I can catch myself.
At this point, can I make a swift action?
Yeah.
All right. You'll see. I don't know if anyone sees this, but suddenly Cadme's antlers flare into blue light, and I will activate one of my hunter things, and I will activate the
Please don't hunt me.
animal focus of the bull, and suddenly gain a bit of strength.
Yay, strength.
In which case, well, make a climb check. You need to try and catch her on the fall. Yeah.
23.
Yay!
Not bad.
That's reasonable. That's good.
Let me check if that's enough. Catching while falling is not easy, but it's doable.
Yeah, it's like 10
Like I
minutes.
say, you just have to hold it long enough for the rope to go taut and for me to swing to the side.
let's see.
Then I can climb myself.
Let's see. You're not trying to catch yourself while falling. You're trying to catch someone else while they're falling.
But she's not climbing herself.
That doesn't make much of a difference. You're trying to catch someone while they're falling, which is the main point. Like the fact you're climbing doesn't change anything. Let's see. Okay, with a result of 23, what happens is the following. Cadme activates her strength for the ball, and as Kellerus falls towards the pit, Cadme suddenly finds herself being pulled off the edge and manages to grip onto the side of the pit. Is now dangling, but neither of you fall to the bottom.
Yay.
Though Kellerus is yanked by a rope.
As soon as the rope was taut and I basically slam into the side, she just instantly grabs on climbing speed.
And you see about 10 feet about 10 feet below you with a bunch of spiked sticks pointing upwards.
Yeah, fuck that.
Okay. Hi. Academy says that she has one hand around the rope and one hand on the edge of the thing, and Hazel grabbing her by the wrist with her mouth.
Yeah, you needed a 25 to not partly fall yourself.
Jesus. So yeah, Kellis just quickly climbs like a couple of foot just so they're slacking the rope again, so she's not pulling you down.
Mhm.
And
Hey,
then she
even-
just stops to catch her breath.
But hey, if Cadmy rolled 20 or lower, you both would have fallen then.
Yeah, that could have been problematic.
Okay. We know what your prophecy was.
That was just the first bit.
What was the second bit? I don't remember. I'm a bit stressed.
I also don't remember. I've got it somewhere.
Giant web, sky falls, earth burns, cat falls, axe fall, head roll.
Axeful head roll. Axeful head roll next.
Axefall
Oh.
head roll. Okay, that's Aspen. I say from the bottom of the hole. Look for a hunter.
I'm assuming the Earthburn was the out of character. I'm assuming the Earthburn was the bubbling of the ground before we fell. Catfalls is kind of obvious. So yeah, Axeful head roll next. And she just starts climbing straight back up.
I'm gonna attempt to pull myself up.
Luckily, given Carol's amazing climbing power, you can do so.
Okay.
It's like 50-foot rope, so 2 turns at worst.
I mean, it isn't even that deep. The point she managed to catch you kind of fully and stop you from falling properly. So
Yeah. Like, I turn off climbing, I'm back up.
You get up, it's fine.
Instant perception checks to make sure no one's trying to ambush us while we were supposed to be in the pit. 21.
Well, you don't see anyone. That said, though, Aspen and Hazel.
Yep.
Do seem to be barking up a tree right now.
Hazel's gonna do the logical thing and glitter dust the tree.
As opposed to a dog, that might be logical.
Well,
Whatever was up in the tree fails. Oh.
it fails.
Oh, it fails.
Yes, it fails. It had very little chance of success.
Oh, nice.
And suddenly, you see a small, green, humanoid lizard creature fall out of the tree and hit the ground.
You could have the end dark.
Taking
Oh.
11 points of damage and immediately starting to bleed out as it crashes into the
Oh my
ground.
god!
As you see, also this creature, it had like a bow in its hand. It had like a bow in its hand, an axe in its belt that's now fallen to the ground, and a large bag on its back full of skulls that now crashed across the floor.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, axe falls, heads roll. Yeah. Oh, this.
Cadmy
Oh,
does.
that's
confusing.
I love this.
Yeah, by the way, that's the reason he had almost no chance of failing. The -4 hit him instead.
Perfect.
Cadmy, not realizing what this means, runs over and goes, "Oh my gosh, are you okay?" Runs over and starts tending to his wounds immediately.
Kara stands over the pair with her axe ready, but she doesn't go to finish it off. She's going to let Cadmy stabilize it.
Cadmy can stabilize the kobold if she wants to.
Do kobolds even know common? They sometimes know common.
Some do, some don't.
Well, if
He's
it
so
doesn't,
small.
if it doesn't know common, other heads are going to roll.
I can confirm though, these were not the small size tracks you were following. They're definitely one reptilian.
He's so small. He's so. How do you even live out here? You're so delicate. You fell on your head on a rock.
I think we know how it lives out here. She gestures back to the trap.
Oh, did you do this? Well, you're very well done. She
Don't
says,
forget the
she's
bag of
lifting up part of its
skulls.
head.
Do you
Just
have
in a bag of skulls.
Do you have any more rope?
I mean, the rope we have is. I mean, no, this is the only rope I have. That's currently tied around us.
I'm gonna untie myself, untie the kobold up instead, so you're now attached to the kobold.
He's not a very good weight.
No, he's not. But don't worry, I'll keep hold of it as well. I just don't want him disappearing or magicking or anything when he wakes up. I want
Oh, that's fair.
answers.
Oh no, he chipped one of his horns. That'll be fine. He's bandaging up his head wound.
Also,
You know-
Kelis still has her mask on because that will play a part.
Okay.
In which case, if you want, you can carry him back to camp.
I will. I'll carry him like a baby carry, like pat his back every so often.
Well, this is the scene you guys see when you return.
Hello.
Kelis looks annoyed.
You return about half an hour after the other two.
Well, we made some good time considering everything and they want to do.
We don't need to follow tracks this time. We can just hustle it.
Yeah, but you meditated for a while and then we had traps and kobolds and walking.
I suppose.
The traps and kobolds and the thing falling out the tree literally all took less than a minute.
Yeah, but still, we meditated for a while and I cannot run at the moment. But yeah, we made good time.
Hello, everybody. We're home. Well, back on the road.
We found more trouble, as she sort of gestures at the kobold in Cadman's arms.
And good news, Karis is omen-free.
For now.
I wasn't aware we were omen full.
That thing, I always forget his name. Out of character. What is his name?
Alphen.
There's that thing Alphen said yesterday about me, the whole webs and falling and heads rolling. It's this, as she gestures at the kobold again.
He is very small. He's kind of cute. He says, she says as she basically holds him at his arm's length and puts him back in the.
I know. You kind of mean like that was we're fighting these things just a day or two ago.
It doesn't change her opinion. She was just,
But it's decent with traps and it can do magic, and I want to. Well,
we can set him on his way if he gets to be an issue.
Either way, whatever you're going to do, could you please do it quickly? We've already wasted 3 hours here.
Hey, did I do wander off into the woods? I don't know where he went.
Oh.
Okay. I would also like to request a place on the cart, as I would like to do some meditations, as what just happened is a bit interesting. Also, perhaps I could get your assistance as to sir. You know trickery more than I.
A bit, but okay. I guess first question is: did you find anything pertaining to the dog other than what Adeline's already said about finding the cart?
No.
Because the dog was kind of the reason you headed in there. So now it's a question of what do we do with this dog?
Its masters are dead. So...
Masters are dead. It was killed by the entity that lives in the pond.
Okay, yeah, I get that, but what are we going to do about the dog?
The dog is going to come with us!
Okay, fair enough, but what about after that?
After that, I'll find a lovely home for them, much like I did my sheep.
Okay, no, that's fine. I was just worried you were going to adopt more dogs.
No. Our lives are very dangerous. I wouldn't put such a sweetheart through that.
Also, there's dogs in it. There's dogs in its own venerable category. It won't survive.
Fair enough. Well, in that case, shall we start making a move on?
Yeah, let's go.
We should get the dog classes of the sorcerer or something.
It's true. He could fit into the wizard role of this party.
I don't know. He doesn't really have the intelligence for a wizard. That's why I said
he's got the beard going on. He's got a white muzzle.
True.
Maya just face palms and just starts getting everything ready to go.
Was the group ready to continue traveling?
Yep.
Please.
How's Kelris feeling after that happened?
Annoyed and angry.
I like how we were all trying to take that super metaphorically. It was actually rather literal.
Yeah, I was
considered.
I was the one who was taking it very literally. I was like, well, it could be this, but then you all are taking it metaphorically. Well,
As it turned out, some of Alphen's prophecies are very metaphorical. Some of them, though, are literal on the head.
But so some of them, like a prophet's very either literal or not, and the giant web kind of threw me off. I don't know why I didn't think of a net.
I do have to ask because I did pick up this kobold stuff because I don't want him to like leave out his stuff.
Mhm.
Is there anything interesting in it? Because I would have to pick it up off the ground.
Now, inside the sack, there is skulls, 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 and rope, more rope, another net.
Oh, there's more rope. I use the kobold's rope to tie up the kobold and give Cammy her rope back.
Ah, thank you. I made this
Right,
myself,
Tie,
actually.
tie it to the cart.
Dagger, berries, dagger, more berries. Bottle of pristine alcohol.
Ooh.
Oh, that's about it.
Are the berries
Cadmium.
poisonous? I don't want him to hurt
and
himself.
some arrows, like 20 arrows.
Whatever.
I know they're not poisonous.
Cadme, I went to go with a small guess that perhaps whatever his kobold was doing was not necessarily very nice.
A lot of
Might
the
be the
things.
human skulls that's tipping me off. Those
Well,
are the human skulls.
They're not all human skulls. There's 2 human skulls in there. Most of them are animal skulls.
Okay, 2 human skulls is 2 more skulls than I think anyone should have. Well, actually, 1 more skull, because we all have 1 skull.
yeah, I have one back at home in my woods.
Cadme!
What?
Kinda weird.
A hunter was trying to hunt a dune. What else am I going to do with him?
Not
Bury
keep his
him?
skull?
Burn him?
Look, omens are very important, and sometimes skulls are very important for fortune reading.
And it's technology.
Okay.
Moving on.
The group, in which case, moving on, the group can make it back to Helgus.
Thank God.
You arrive back at the great time of 9 p.m. The sun is you basically make it back basically 20 minutes before the gate locks.
Yay.
Hello.
Be thankful it was summer. If it was any other time of year, that gate would already be closed. It closed at sunset. So congrats, you make it back to the city of Helgus.
Ooh.
Good thing we came back when we did.
Would the group like to go deliver Sir Crazy?
Yeah, let's go.
let's
do
go.
that.
If we are
Let's go
able to get
deliver
an
Sir
audience
Crazy.
with
That
her,
sounds like a great idea.
We should deliver him, and then I'd like Astutha and anyone else with magical aptitude to help me with some of my meditations on what just happened. Is that okay?
I've got other things I need to be doing.
That is fine. I
I
understand.
can help you.
Okay.
Well, as it turns out, you can at least deliver him off at the main palace if you would like to. Though you are informed that that you may be called on tomorrow for information.
Fair enough.
But for now, you are told to get some rest.
We can't be cursed anymore, probably.
Well, I mean, we have this idol.
Okay, we can't be cursed specifically by Elfin.
Well, I suppose that's true.
I would like to find a quiet area I can perform a kobold interrogation.
I recommend a dark alley behind a bar.
That
you
will
go.
do nicely.
Preferably not your own bar. I'd recommend the rather drunken bar slightly down the road.
Yep, that will do.
Fair enough. You have a kobold. He's unconscious, though he's healed up a little bit now.
Before dumping him in the alley, would it have been possible to have picked up some smelling salts to try and wake him up?
The shops are closed, so does anyone want to get some salts?
I suppose it doesn't strictly say, but there might be smelling salts in the first aid kit.
Nope.
Damn it. I really don't want to. Well, I suppose I can just treat deadly wounds, maybe.
Pour some water over him.
Yeah, that's probably a better idea. There you go. Pour water over him, see if it wakes him up. Slap him about a bit.
The kobold awakens, shrieking in Draconic.
I immediately take some of the rope and sort of tie his mouth shut.
His mouth is tied shut.
And I will say to him, "You will stay quiet, or you shall die now." And I take my axe and place it against, well, not against, but near his throat.
The kobold's eyes kind of start staring at the blade.
That's better. Now, nod if you can understand me.
He's still staring at the blade.
If you cannot understand me, I have no reason to keep you alive. Nod if you can understand me.
Continues staring at the blade.
Okay, he's dead.
No.
I mean, I'm assuming none of the party came along for my interrogation.
No.
And
No,
I do not.
Maya disappeared into her tavern.
I do
I
not
mean-
speak. Actually, but before it's a long shot, but I will try repeating that in Dwarven just in case, because dwarves and kobolds kind of insult each other sometimes. It might know bits.
Stares at the blade.
Okay, it's dead. I
Oh.
don't speak
Goodbye.
Draconic. As far as I know, it does not speak Common. It's hard to interrogate things when you don't speak a language.
You could have a translator, but it's fine instead.
I
I'm not going to have
am.
Swedish man show up.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense to randomly show up since I went somewhere to not be disturbed, and I'm not inviting you along to an interrogation. Kind of
Congrats.
annoying.
Congrats, you killed the kobold.
What are you gonna do with the body?
25 XP.
What do you do?
I just dumped the body like in a barrel or behind a box or something.
Very, very
Leave
well.
it there.
There is now a barrel of goblin.
Kobold.
Kobold.
You monster.
Yep.
Oh, dear.
I mean, it's annoying. If I had some way of communicating with it, I was going to try and see if it knew anything about the lake and the people who walked away and into the sky and things like that, because it clearly lived in the area, but can't speak its language.
No, I don't blame you.
Yeah, out of character, I don't care. In character, Maya would care.
The group can take a long rest.
I can finally get rid of fatigued.
Yeah, you can get rid of fatigue. Cadme, if you want, you can get back ability score damage and everything, any?
Yay!
At least.
We're good. We're all good now.
Nice, refreshing rest. You were also allowed a warm bath as a dessert.
Yes.
Yes, bath. Bath is good.
You can wake up.
Before we go to sleep for the night, is the bartender around?
The bartender's wife is around.
That'll do. I'd just like to ask if she knows of any clerics or druids in town, particularly ones who may specialise in curses.
Kind of pauses and stares at you.
It's a long story, and it's not me that's cursed.
Well, you're not the first person to have asked me that. But I suppose it's a problem that comes up a lot for you adventuring types. But she kind of gestures the fact that you're in an adventurous tavern.
Yeah.
Well, you've got a few options. I'd recommend checking out Ilkavir's main temple. She'll kind of give you directions to the Great Draconic Lord's temple.
Thank you. Any other options? Just in case they don't have what we need?
Well, otherwise, takes a few moments to look.
Any more druidic ones? We think it might be a spirit's curse, so a druid might be more connected.
There are not really druids, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, they tend to not really live in towns.
I don't know of any personally.
Right.
You can feel free to pay out this roleplay if you'd like to.
I'm literally just asking her if she knows of any.
Oh, I meant more the fact that J-Mac clear sight
Oh,
as well,
right.
so
I've got us muted.
Good job.
That's fine.
What you need?
I don't suppose you know where. You know the kid who sold you those bracelets? You know, with Reese and Lucas?
Oh yes. What was his name? Can't remember exactly.
Todd.
Because no one actually asked his name.
Robert.
Oh. Never actually got his name, just where he works.
How rude.
Oh. I don't suppose you could give me directions to there? I'm thinking tomorrow, if we aren't too busy, I'll check it out.
Sure. Well, kind of. Kinda got there across the roof.
Adeline,
What?
roofs aren't for people. They're for birds.
Lucas, Reese, and I were having fun running around on
Reese
the
isn't a
rooftops.
bird, last I checked.
I know. We still had fun doing it, so
Well, just
What
if you
happened?
can give
I
me a
think I could-
approximate location.
I think I can tell you. Just give me a sec to remember. Go this way, then that way. Yeah, that way. Good. I think that should be good. Imagine I actually told him where it was. Told her. Yeah. Have a thing.
Well, I'll be sure to tell him that you sent me.
Here.
Thank you.
As you can rest for the night. And next morning, you wake up.
Well, I wanted to do one more thing with like
Yeah.
Astutha,
Okay.
Shiva.
Oh yeah, go ahead then.
Hello.
All right. Hi. Okay. I want to make sure that I will not like float off into space in the morning. Be cursed permanently to only see the spirit world. I mean, the spirit world's very pretty. Nothing offense to that, but I don't. Well, I'd like to keep a certain connection with this world so I can continue being a conduit for you all. So I was wondering if you could look at this idol that I found. If it means anything to you. Astutha primarily. And also take a look at me to see if there's anything. I don't know what the term would be. Weird.
Well, you certainly look like Cadme. I'll give you that.
Thank you.
Give me a second. And is the full cast detect magic? Shiva, did you already look at this?
I don't think he did.
I mean, I don't feel very different.
I'm pretty sure she didn't.
No, I don't
Okay.
remember you.
Okay, then no, I did not.
You can make a knowledge arcana check, examining Cadme.
All right.
Okay. I'm also going to cast Investigative Mind, because I had that prepared, I never use it. So, work and work. I'll take that 26.
I'm also going to roll with why not.
Eh,
for nat
more rolls the
20.
better, really.
I'm rolling bad today. It's fine.
Ufa, your spell grants you great insights into Cadme's current condition.
Sweet.
Oh no.
You believe Cadme has been cursed.
Man,
She has been cursed with a rather unusual curse. Cadme
Aye.
has been filled with water-bound vengeance, which in simple terms essentially means every time Cadme rests, like mechanically at least, to kind of get pulling it out here, you can describe it however you feel like in character. There is a chance Cadme may sleepwalk, attempting to drown something or someone.
That is very interesting.
That's unfortunate. So we're gonna tie Cadme up every time we go to bed, right?
I don't like being tied up. I don't even like being in buildings.
one of us could stay with her, make sure she doesn't, wander off.
Oh,
Yeah, it's my deepest regret to inform you that I don't have the power to break curses. I suppose until we find some way of...
wait. Let me get that straight. You can bestow curses, but you cannot take them away.
It's a lot harder to take them away.
That
It's fairly
seems like
easy just to make someone very itchy.
you're very like committal with your curses. I see.
I mean, I can reverse a lot of them by the nature that they are mine. This was very pointedly not mine.
That is.
I'd hope so.
Yeah, I would really hope so too.
Well, we
I
can try and
suppose.
find a cleric.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm certain Celica could point us towards something.
I must ask: are curses this common in your like daily
No.
lives?
No,
I've run
you
across
just
two
happen.
this far.
You've just been very unlucky.
I think you need to stop touching things.
I can
That's a bit
only
hard
feel
to-
things if I touch them.
Then let the people who...
Who
Yes,
You
gives
that's
a
were
just how it
there!
works. Well, yes, but I don't know. We had Shiva. What is she,
She's
chopped
already-
liver?
No, I don't know.
I do not mess with these spirits or affected aliases outside of my worship. I trust that Cadme knows what she is doing. I have been proven wrong twice.
I will have you know that the spirits that I deal with are generally a lot more polite in their curses, not to just immediately bestow them upon you if I'm looking at something.
Cadme, my dear, perhaps you should tread more caution then. You have already been
I
possessed once.
anticipate spirits to actually have like some sort of like, grandiose affair about it. They seem to have fun with it, not just go boom, you're cursed. It's
Well,
not
I
even
don't-
fun at
well,
all. I don't see why they do that.
To be
This was
fair,
on Item Academy.
and also to be fair, you kinda told us that the thing that was bound to the place with the shrine in it was very malicious.
Very okay. I suppose that's true.
But
Shiva
until,
gently pats Cadme on the shoulder.
until we can get this reversed, how about we see if we can get you a room without a window, and maybe just lock your door when you go to sleep and maybe post someone outside it?
I'll do it.
Would it be
I-
possible to get a door that locks from the outside?
I mean, technically, all the doors lock from both sides
Okay.
because they have keys. So
I mean, fair
Yeah,
enough.
we can just
making
take the key
sure.
off of Cadme.
Pathfinder, do you have a room in the basement?
no.
Can you make them? Then could you prepare one? Pay a premium? I don't know what that means. I don't know why you just use those words. Never mind. I didn't
I'll
say
take-
that.
I will give you extra coin would work. I feel like Cadme would understand coin is probably
I'll,
persuade them.
I'll give you more discs.
I'll give you more discs.
I'm afraid I cannot open our basement as a room.
Do you have any rooms with lockable windows? Or no windows?
I have one where the window is jammed shut.
Better than nothing.
Cadme, do you think you could break a window if you really wanted to?
Yes, you
Yes.
could. However,
Shiva doesn't look
breaking
really
windows
happy about
is
that,
loud
but that's the best
and
choice
will
we have.
attract attention.
Well, I know.
I do believe it would be in the best intentions that someone join me in the room, or at least or more multiple people. I do not want to drown anything.
Actually,
I'll go in your room with you if you want. Hazel and
That would be
Aspen
nice.
can help as well.
here.
Because Aspen and Hazel, actually no, only Hazel has this. Hazel has the what's the trick called?
What does it do?
It's a specific. I don't remember. Exclusive. She has the exclusive trick.
Oh,
Can I switch that over to only
wait,
only
Cadme?
Celeris? Yeah, only Celeris while at night for a little bit.
Only I can command
If you
Hazel.
succeed at a DC 25 handle animal check.
Okay.
She really doesn't want to work with the cat.
Someone will have to take Aspen. Aspen will freak out. Frank. He's being the Frank.
If Aspen does not mind, I will take him.
That would be probably for the best.
Sia seemed overjoyed with the new companion of Pillow. She seemed oblivious to the fact that there's implications behind this.
32.
I think you made the 25.
Yeah.
Or you've temporarily altered the training.
Hazel's mine!
Kill her!
However, for only the 10 nighttime hours.
Mm-hmm. We can get up to so much in that time.
It is okay, Hazel. I'll be back soon. Just for a little bit that we have to go with this, okay?
Work.
Okay.
Anyone got anything else for the evening? No?
Nope, I think we're good.
I think we're good.
The group can wake up the next morning. Pancakes are served.
Yay, pancakes.
Cadby does not drown anything in the night.
Oh, good.
Okay, then I spend...
Go ahead.
Academy spends the time basically because she snuggles with everything she sleeps. She basically snuggles up to Galrus.
Galrus was going to be sitting in a chair.
Oh. Okay.
She can sit sort of nearby, but it was a case of, she's supposed to be making sure you don't go and drown something. You don't tend to go and snuggle up against a thing that's going to drown things. That's a good way to get drowned.
I mean, if there's no water directly next to you, you can't just be drowned there and then. So.
No, but she can be
Stick your
knocked
head
out
in a
and then
glass.
drowned.
Fuck you.
You just take your water skin and shove it down her throat. Like, aha! Wait, no, I got the wrong hole. Damn it. Well, that was wasted. Gave you a drink of water, that's all. Damn it.
No, I was just going to have basically a standing order on Hazel to just not let Cadmy out of the room.
Well, then Hazel and Cadmy snuggling on the bed.
Yeah. And they will sleep, but it'll be a light sleep, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you wake the next morning. The group is served breakfast.
Yay.
I look if Galrus is wet.
Galrus is not wet.
Okay. I'm glad you survived my drowning attempts.
There were no attempts. You were fine.
You're just saying that to make me happy. And thank you.
You'll be informed by the bartender this morning that a letter came for you in the night.
Okay, for who being Cadmy or?
Actually, there are 2 letters currently here.
Oh.
Thank you.
One of them is addressed to Amaya. One of them is addressed to the entire group.
Oh.
There's none addressed to Cadby.
Galrus pats her on the shoulder. Okay,
Sorry,
I didn't get one either.
Okay, so who is the letter from to Amaya?
Well, I'll give you a clue. Trees.
Is it covered in explosive wounds?
No.
Oh.
No.
Trees.
Amaya is going to just open it and just start reading it quietly.
And for once, my character will not try to read it over your shoulder.
Oh, if you tried, you'd get a snowball in the face.
No, not even going to remotely try. Galrus actually has manners.
You haven't had them for the past couple of nights, staring at me while I sleep.
You know why I was doing that.
Yep, and if you got within 10 feet of Amaya, Airlease was actually going to try and attack you.
Oh, how cute.
Oh, it would have woken Amaya the fuck up.
Yeah, but it's still
Empathic
cute
link
that
is
it would
great.
have tried.
So who wants to read the letter addressed to the group?
I take the letter and I hand it to Shiva.
I was about to say.
Well, we may as well let Shiva do it. She's pretty good at letter reading and all that.
Hello. Hi. She will take the letter. And to kind of clear her throat.
Is there like a seal or anything on it?
You could say that. there does happen to be a purple wax seal with the Draconic Imperial Council's sigil on it.
Ooh,
I
fancy.
have a sinking suspicion as to who this is from. Eat the no. Damn it.
Yes, cracking it open, and Shiva reading through. It appears to be a letter from Lady Celica de Fay Rosen Longthorn, the Imperial Counselor and High Magister of Helgas. You have been invited for an official meeting for your service to the Empire, to her office, this evening at 7 p.m.
Well, we've got most of the day. I need to go pick up a weapon from the smithy.
If you ordered cold iron weapons, you may go collect them.
Okay, well,
Did order
while you're
iron.
doing that, I can check out the temple, see if we can get Captain some help.
I can handle this with you later, Dirk, but I do need to go shopping. I wasn't here for that session. We actually have time today for that.
We can certainly cover that more. I can cover that more personally with you if you'd like for the moment.
Yeah, later.
Yeah.
But I'm probably gonna go buy a fancier outfit for you at least.
Sure.
You know, have a good shopkeeper. That you're probably with us.
Yeah, that's true. I'll know, like, my character would know the stuff, but I don't know the stuff at the moment, so.
But you can certainly go around and do purchasing if you want to collect weapons. So you want to go to a temple?
Yes, Kelvis did. She needs to find Cadby some help.
Well, you can if you would like to go to the Great Draconic Temple.
Mm-hmm.
In the center of it is a giant statue of an amazing looking multi-headed dragon.
Wow.
The statue is huge.
How do they get it to stand so still?
It's not alive. It's a statue.
They couldn't carve that out of stone. That's so impressive. It's so lifelike.
I'm sure it took master craftsmen a long time to make it.
I don't think they did it. I think they took a real dragon and turned it into stone.
It's possible, I guess, but I don't think they would have done that.
Do dragons get that big?
Oh yeah.
I know what Shiva said. I know what Shiva said about that getting like house size, but I don't believe her. But if that's true, I'm gonna go ask the priest. I go inside.
You may go speak to one of the priests.
Kelvis will follow.
Hello.
It's a lot of money, given it's a state religion basically.
Kelvis will also not be having her mask on display. She'll have tucked it away in her pack for now.
You are welcomed inside the temple. Asked if you would like to if you would like to indulge your sins, paying a price for forgiveness.
What?
Not right now.
I don't have any sins. Do I have sins? Do you count curses as sins?
You're fine, Cadby. You really are.
Come thou to confess, or to accuse, for indeed all sin is within my domain.
My friend here was just wondering about the statue of the dragon.
Oh yeah, is that a real dragon?
She has this idea that it was a real dragon turned into stone.
Stone.
That is a statue of the Guardian of Scale, supposedly the Draconic Lord himself when he came down. A depiction of the descriptions we have from long ago.
You turned your god into stone?
No.
An artist constructed that in his honor.
Thank you. Okay, that makes better sense. That would be very weird that you turned your own god into stone.
See, I told you it was just people made it.
It's really impressive. You should be very proud. I pat him on the shoulder.
Unfortunately, not my work, but I will assure you the craftsman will receive your praise.
Thank you. While we have your attention, I was hoping you could point us towards someone who may be able to help against curses.
Well, can I examine you over a moment? We have some definite ability to deal with certain curses here. We've had to deal with a few in our time, though not that many. He will walk you through and kind of talk to you as he'll kind of go to senior management, as it were.
Yeah.
Kelvis will basically give a quick rundown of what Cadmy's curse is.
I have an intrinsic need to drown people at night.
Yeah, it was given by a spirit out sort of points in the vague direction we went.
And I hold up the little idol.
With a donation to the church, you might be able to have this curse broken.
Possibly, but we would like to speak to someone about it first.
Well, if you would like to, you can go speak to to one of the main priests here. A relatively old man with a short beard, dressed in his fine red robes as you arrive.
Is he like in his office or something?
More in a chamber of with multiple cisterns of holy water.
Ooh, very pretty.
Kellis will regard us, give him a polite bow.
Hi! I wave.
I hear you have been besieged by darkness.
Yes. I mean, you could call it that. It was actually an otherworldly spirit built by wrath and water. It's a interesting thing. I was going to go deal with it as soon as I broke the curse.
Cadmy here has quite a knowledge of the various spirits that can be found, but we were sadly caught by surprise this time.
Did you know you have a flame spirit hiding underneath your town, sleeping for eternity?
He frowns at what you're saying that. Doesn't respond.
He's very tired. I wouldn't wake him up.
I hear you're looking to have such a curse removed from yourself.
That would be lovely. I don't want to drown my friends.
Cadmy dear, you couldn't drown me if you tried.
I very much could.
Not in your sleep, you couldn't.
The Draconic Lord can do what you wish. His powers are strong, and we have much strength among us. It does not appear to be too strong of a curse.
No, I think I could deal with it myself. But yeah, I mean, I would like to expediency, and people said you could do it. You seemed very powerful. I mean, you did get a giant statue of a dragon up there that is extraordinarily impressive. And also, you've managed to carve all these crystals into very perfectly shaped diamonds to make patterns on the walls.
I love Cadmy so much.
You may purchase the casting of Remove Curse if you desire.
I don't know how much that is.
A casting of Remove Curse costs. Let's see, it costs Remove Curse is a third level spell, I believe, for clerics. Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
You're correct.
Yeah.
Third level spell for clerics, fifth cast level, which means that is times together it's 15. It's for base cast level, it is 150 gold.
150 gold?
Mm-hmm.
I think I have enough discs. I don't know.
I'll
How much
split
is
it
150?
with you.
150 sounds like a lot.
I'm assuming overcharged sense is not going off.
No, this is just base spell casting price.
It
Okay.
is quite a lot, but it is what that is worth. He's not trying to overcharge or anything.
One.
Kellis will basically count out 75 of her own coins and go,
3.
if you add the same amount again,
4.
that will cover it.
Gabby takes all your coins, lines them in a row, and then puts a coin on top of each of your coins.
That works.
Right, so 75 each.
And she does it very slowly, trying to count one of the way, but she fails about like when she gets to like 20.
Hey, considering she couldn't count to 3 a week ago, that's quite impressive.
You can.
She gets to 20 not in the right way, but gets to 20.
But you will be asked to, as it is, bestow your coins upon the fountain.
Which fountain? I walk over to like
There's a particularly large fountain in the room. Take a guess.
very nice water. Your person seems very impressive. What was his name again?
Ikavir.
Ikavir. There you go, Ikavir. This is for you. I dump it in the water.
As if you give the coins, in which case, your curse will attempt to be broken. Here comes a castle level check to try and break the curse.
Is there anything we can do to aid on this?
Nope. Caster level.
Go, Garrett, go.
Spend a hero point.
No.
I will be tempted to if it goes horribly wrong.
Wait. Let's see how this gets described. Then we'll see.
Okay,
Oh,
I think we might want to hero point that for a reroll.
Spend another 150 gold.
I want to hear how he fails completely.
How many hero points do you have?
Me? 1.
Yeah, 1.
Well, if are you going to accept this before I give a description?
No, I will not accept this. If you don't, I will hero point for a reroll.
I'm not going to hero point it because I can just pay for another.
Yeah, but money.
I rather have hero points, thank you.
I suppose I do
I
have my
also
anti-death
agree with
one
that.
right now. I suppose we can just pay for a second.
We can
one.
always side quest for more money.
In which case, he'll be able to channel his magic into it. Academy gets a sudden urge that she wants to drown him in this pool of holy water.
You have a very squeezable neck.
Why are you quoting your dad?
I grab him.
I stop you.
Grab him.
I stop you.
I'd like you to make a strength check.
Luckily for you, though, as you go to grab him, though, he pulls away, and Academy no longer feels like she has to drown him.
Kelly sort of gets in the way anyway.
I get like most of you like into a headlock and I try to jam you into the pool, but before I snap out of it, you can probably dip your ear in it.
I just need to say, Tommy's father told that to an intern.
It wasn't an intern, it was a colleague.
I thought it was an intern.
As it turns out, though, you're going to be taught there's a particularly strong curse, and it may require a larger donation.
Larger donation?
I thought this might be the case. Here comes the added extras.
Well, yeah, I suppose I have my discs.
How much of a larger donation?
Guys, keep paying again. Yeah, let's go.
Another 75 each.
You're paying for casting of a spell.
Look, Mr. Dragon, sir, please give this man power to help me help you in the future. So, I mean, you seem very impressive. I'd like to hang out with you sometime. It'd be nice to see you.
There you go. Much
As
better.
he casts a spell, Academy suddenly feels just this force leave her.
Oh, that feels better.
As its holy symbol is kind of touching against your chest for a moment, pushing the power away. Do you feel better?
Yeah. Academy left hand goes up to grab him by the throat, then dies away. Okay, that feels much better. I'm sorry, Mr. Water. I don't want to actually put anyone's head in you.
The coins are also all gone from the water.
Oh my gosh, is the dragon here himself? This is very cool.
Kellis is just amused by Cadmy's whole reaction to everything.
I also, out of context question, how do gods feel to Cadmy compared to spirits?
I mean, in a sense, to Academy, gods are almost full like spirits in a sense, but kind of if you scaled them up by a ridiculous amount.
Okay.
Because there is a point where a powerful spirit and a god get really blurry.
He is a very powerful spirit, I must say. He carries a lot of domain here. I can feel him. He is here. Don't worry. I mean, he just did take my coins. That's very cool. My spirit doesn't take discs. What does a god do with discs? I mean, I can go out and trade discs for food. What does he do with it? I'm pretty sure he doesn't need like bread or something.
It is more. I think of it more partly as a symbolic gesture in some regards. By giving to him, he bestows power. He bestows power upon us to help you.
That doesn't give me the answer of why he needs discs. It would make more sense if you like gave him blood or things that make you more devoted to his cause. Symbolism, not discs. I mean, I could just go out and get more discs if you want.
Not everybody has such a relatively easy time coming across discs as we do. They cannot, well, survive becoming adventurers.
I got so many of them.
Yes, but for a lot of people, she sort of takes out one of her gold coins. For a lot of people, this would be several weeks of work for this one coin.
That's not true.
Well, it's slight exaggeration. It's Cadney, she doesn't know better.
I mean, it'd be like a week of work for an untrained person, so.
Yeah. So that's that one coin is a week's worth, and we've just handed over. Well, you saw how many we handed over.
Take out a gold piece and place it in the priest's hand. You did a very good job today. Thank you. We should be proud of your work. Make sure you get some bread with this. I don't know how much you have, actually.
I appreciate this. Please walk in safety under the Lord's protection.
Oh, that would be nice to have a second spirit protecting me. Thank you.
Meanwhile, elsewhere in town.
Spirits of Elmdance smile upon you.
Elsewhere in town. Anyone else doing anything I should know about? They want to handle?
Amaya's buying a cold iron longsword.
Did you pre-order or you ordered it now?
I pre-ordered it before we left.
I needed to go collect it. There's not going to be handled too much there. You will run across the very excited Alice, who has finished it with pristine quality. Well, whatever quality you pay for, but
I did not pay for a masterwork.
still to a good quality. If not pristine, but still very good quality.
Maya's going to ask if they have a testing dummy that she can take a couple of practice swings with to make sure she's actually satisfied with it.
Right. There's some around the back you can go for.
Cool.
Yes. You may notice a number of them have a number of unusually shaped weapon marks from experimental weapons.
Yep.
But you may go practice.
And this is where Alice learns Amaya's Omegas and can enchant it freely.
The turn that, though, if you also need any adjustments made, Alice will try to do them on the fly if she can. Anyone else got anything?
Adeline's got a strange urge to look for a cat.
And you know what? Adeline, though we're not entirely sure what happened, Adeline's gone to market. No one's entirely sure what happened, but she's left the market. There's a bit of a commotion going on, and she has a cat. One moment.
Let's go. Come on.
One moment. Where's Adeline?
Did she just steal a cat? Did she catnap?
I didn't steal it. It came to me.
Here's Adeline.
That sounds like a steal.
And here's Cat. It is small size.
Cat.
It is small size, right?
Yes.
Then there you go. Okay.
Cat will be named later. No, I did not steal it.
But the exact details of how this happened, well, you can figure out later.
She chose me. I don't know why. She did.
That sounds like a catnapping.
Anyone else doing anything I need to know about?
I have one question.
Yes.
Does Maris have any new scrolls?
Not right now.
Okay.
No.
I also have to ask Amaya.
Hmm.
Well, I don't have to ask you. I have to alert you that now you take a -10 to all checks interacting with Hazel, and you will lose 1 immediately, 1 reputation point, that 1 relation point with her, as long as you carry that sword.
Cool.
It's a mastermind, Venice.
It's actually mechanics. You basically cannot command her to do anything anymore. She will blatantly refuse anything you ask.
You know what? That's fine. I don't care. This sword isn't for Hazel. She has a problem with it. That's her problem. Reese! Adeline just came back with a big cat,
Hello.
and everyone else has pets. Amaya is going to ask Reese if he wants to go look at animals. See if he wants one.
You know, you can probably, yeah, we got to go check out pets. So he's probably going to be decided to pick one, but...
And you know, Amaya is not going to actually encourage him to pick one necessarily. If he does, great. But she isn't necessarily encouraging buying one because Amaya's aware of the relationship between a ranger and an animal companion, and that's kind of what's going on between Adelaide and Cadme. But with Reese, she isn't entirely sure, and just like, you're the only one here without like an animal other than Kelris, who seems to not care. So
Reese will suddenly go out and like take a look around. He seems to be rather attracted to a lot of the cats, though.
Oh dear, Kellis is worried.
Elise is just going to hide in the bag and just be like, come get me when the cats are gone.
Oh, sorry. This cat's not going anywhere for a while.
Well, I mean, no one can understand her, Elise, not even Amaya. For a while, anyway.
But yeah, he seems a bit too indecisive, though, to figure out exactly what he would want.
Okay, well, I guess I just have fun looking at animals then.
He does really does seem to appreciate, though, you often to take him out like that to have a look around. But meanwhile, though, I imagine the group would like to... Oh, actually, was anyone else got anything they want to do first? J-Mac, for example?
I do want to go see that kid, but
Do you want to handle that later?
You know what I
Mm.
want to do?
later.
I want to get a newspaper.
You can get a copy of the newspaper!
Oh yeah, those exist.
All right. Yeah.
Yes, because I want to be aware of any deals coming in the next week that, are announced.
Please pay the team handing them out a silver piece.
Cool. Done. Actually, I'm going to get 2 so I can just, drop one off with the rest of the group.
Bro, congratulations! You have a newspaper. You know about the latest dealings in town.
Politics? No. Random arrests? No. Where's the deals? Here, Reese, you can have the funnies.
Well, going to the deals section. Let's see, has anything come up that's interesting? Well, you take a look through, and there's one thing that kind of comes up there that is somewhat of interest, I suppose. Which is that it looks like someone is trying to pawn off at a discounted price a magic item in town.
Ooh.
What item is it?
Does it specify what item?
Yep, one moment, let me just go get it. Looks like
Not
someone's
everything
trying
is
to...
cursed, J-Mac.
I'll take that bet.
It looks like someone's trying to pawn off a pair of braces of armor +2 at only 75% cost.
That's too rich for my blood.
So 3,000 gold for the brace of armor +2.
If we all club together, we might be able to afford it.
I've only got 450 yet. Nope. It was nice and shiny, but you know, oh well.
I have 1,000 gold, but I haven't touched anything yet.
Yeah, there's no other big deal there.
I've got 730 because I
Any-
kept having to pay for Cadmy's stuff.
Any good deals for mundane items?
Nothing that stands out to you. There's probably some minor things, but nothing that stands out too much.
What's money?
Okay.
We've literally just gone over values of coins.
Again. How many times do we have to go over it?
I'm just matching the colors at this point.
To be fair, that's not a bad way of doing it.
Still like the brown ones the most. I don't know why they're the worst.
Okay. Well, Amaya's gonna come back to the group and drop off a couple of newspapers. Anyone else have anything they want to do?
Johanna going to the kid later, so in that case. Also, you see, I didn't come back with a cat. A very big cat.
Hello.
Aspen would like to tackle the cat.
Oh god.
Don't get too rough, you two.
They
luck
probably
actually-
get really rough and probably knock over a bunch of tables and chairs around the bar.
Good luck actually tackling the cat because
If Aspen does get like that rough, Amaya is going to try and just pick him. What's that?
Tackle cat.
you know that just barely meets.
Hey.
Oh, actually, wait, no. It is Aspen small sized.
Yeah.
Then it misses. Oh wait, no. You already have the
So the penalty of being small is already in there, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so never mind. Then it technically does.
Yeah.
Oh.
Aspen now has a playmate. Yay.
Oh, cat.
Arr. Aspen isn't like being overly violent, not hurting the cat. He's just having fun.
Good.
Would you guys like to go attend your appointment?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, if no one
Yeah.
else has
Probably
anything.
a good idea.
I think meetings are important. It's important
They
to
are.
share ideas and concepts with people.
Cat
All
shall
right.
be riding on my shoulder.
In which case, you can go to the Helga's Imperial Court, to the major fortress in the center of town.
That sounds ominous.
Do people dress up?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, Adeline will go with her sundress.
Do people bring their various wild animals with them?
Yeah, Adeline will
Hello.
bring cat.
I mean, yes. Shiva doesn't go anywhere without Hestia, unless Hestia wants to go out by herself.
That's insulting. Hestia's not a wild animal. Hestia's a dragon.
Fair enough.
Are you sure the dogs cannot come in? They're very well trained.
You can probably sneak them inside.
Is Lucas over there?
I don't know where Lucas is. You haven't seen him when we come back.
Oh.
I put a hood on the dogs. They're fine.
They're small size. They're simply halflings.
Yes. Holding each other. They're very scared of large buildings. There's two halflings. Like one's holding it around the waist and one's standing up.
Very well. You head off to the Helga's Imperial Palace. It's a huge fortress, as it turns out. You're taking Wobsite to the center part, which is less fortressy and more palacey. But in fairness, the outside of it is, the main body of the building is mostly fortressy, given the fact that, this place is meant for military purposes. You just happen to be the nobles don't want everything to be military because they're nobles. It's perfectly reasonable.
All right.
Moment.
Just so you know, everyone, I feel better. The big dragon dude is very kind.
Shiva pauses and just kind of glances at Cadme.
She
Dragon,
means
that
the,
one.
the local god.
Local god.
I mean, at this point, Shiva could probably put together a dragon. like big dragon.
No, she gets it. She's offended that Carson said a local god.
It's the patronal dragon, also the thing that makes that human bonding, well, mortals bonding with dragons even possible.
Yeah,
But
she's actually very offended by that.
By local, I do mean, the
Empire.
Culture's the wrong word. Yeah, the Empire's god.
He's very
Better.
He's a very, very powerful spirit, I must say.
Yes. There is a bit more to it than that, but I do not have time to go into detail.
Ladies, I think we should have this discussion outside
I just said
of
I
the
do not have time for it.
No, by the way, for all the way throughout the Imperial Palace, you can see his holy symbol dotted on the wall.
I see he's very popular.
Hestia peeks out. She actually doesn't look very happy with the holy symbol. All fairness, she kind of glares at them a little bit. And it kind of goes back into her central.
Amaya does as well.
It makes sense. So he's also considered the patron of knights, and you're in a freaking Imperial fortress. It makes sense.
Yeah. Cadme, whenever it's like convenient, she meekly says thank you to each one as she walks past them. A lot of them, so she says a lot of thank yous.
By the way, I feel compelled to mention Shiva looks very, very fancy. Finally having the opportunity to go shopping, actually kind of go through and quickly pick out things. She probably spent several hundred gold on what she's currently wearing.
Actually, I did too, so I look very fancy as well.
Well,
yes,
probably
well,
got
you look fancy, but completely mismatched.
Yes, I bought things that were pretty.
She was wearing something similar to this.
Well, let's take a ooh. Oh, that is pretty.
Yes, that's why I picked it.
Amaya probably got Shiva to help with her hair.
Noble is doing her job. But you are welcomed inside, and you are told where to go to get to Lady Celica's office. You're not escorted the entire way once you're into the center part. And you walk down past this kind of large section of courtyard. In the center of the courtyard, particularly something stands out, which appears to be a kind of a little like monument area, which has this what looks like a giant dragon egg. That's probably like it's let's be honest, the egg is taller than a person. And you can guess, and based on the way an egg is, you can probably take the guess of the rest of the dimension.
Is it or is it statue? There's a difference between these two.
Well, from a distance, you can either try a perception check, or you can see if you just know the answer.
Does Shiva just know?
Shiva, what's your history bonus?
Her what bonus?
History.
History. Well, Shiva does not have good history. I believe it's only a +3, but for Hestia, she has +6. But does Shiva's lore on dragon raising in particular?
That's true. What's your lore on dragon raising then?
10.
Yeah, with that 10, you just automatically know that past tense was a real egg.
Oh, she looks kind of sad.
There used to be a real egg here of that size, though that's no longer the case, and now it is a statue there instead. The actual egg that used to be here, when during one of the dwarven invasions, disappeared, and no one knows what ever happened to it.
Well, that's an omelette.
It is a statue.
It's a statue there now.
Walks over to it and
kind
of paces it.
Yeah, statue realizes as well it's a statue. Amaya does not realize from a distance.
Does Cadme?
Yes.
Wow. You people are very good at working with stone.
You can see there. I kind of revealed the picture. Ignore Altair, whoever that is.
Orbs, because
Look to the right.
She would just kind of, if she's not stopped, don't like place a hand on it and kind of lean her forehead on it and murmur something in Draconic, and then take a step back and just kind of ignore it again.
Okay, I'm starting to believe you. The fact that the dragons are that big.
Told
I
ya.
was not exaggerating.
Very big. I've never seen anything that big.
Shiva in particular would know this dragon was one of supposedly 5 great dragon eggs that were laid, supposedly backed by the dragon who forged the pact with the emperor himself.
Mhm.
Of course, given none of them hatched, as far as anyone is aware, you know. Well, there you go. But I suppose they were laid though. You can go up to it, much as more, or inspiring.
That's nice. We should go back. It is. I mean, it is just stone. But we should probably move on. I mean,
Yeah, Shiva doesn't spend too much time with it. You'd think that she almost looks like she could be praying to it, but she's not. It just her emotions are very prayer-like in nature.
mhm.
In which case, the group can continue on. You actually see elsewhere in the courtyard, like further down, behind some pillars, you can actually see Lady Soko not in her office right now, but kind of standing out in the courtyard, seemingly speaking to a pair of. Well, you're going to judge from a distance based on what they're wearing, likely nobility themselves. One of the nobility in question is a woman who you guess may be around 19, with super long silver hair that probably runs just past the top of her leg, perfectly straight going down her back, as well as wearing this rather beautiful blue and silver dress. Standing behind her, seemingly like hiding behind her, appears to be, well, this rather small human with equally silver hair, a bit scruffy, dressed up in very much the outfit you'd imagine for a page or something similar, but actually a bit higher quality than that. Though, given what you can see, they appear to be you imagine siblings, given the physical characteristics you're seeing. Well,
Cadme will skip.
so one of them certainly is a lot younger than the other.
Cadme will almost immediately skip over and stop nearby and kind of wait her turn.
I have to go the other half of the screen now.
Cadme will like skip over to like right here and then just wait for them
you
to stop talking.
You destroyed the triangle.
Yes, it did. Here we go.
Amaya just like is silently glaring daggers at Cadme.
Cadme looks happy.
As the woman kind of stops what she's talking about with Seneca, she kind of stares over.
I do a finger wave. Hi. Hi.
The kid moves himself to hide even more behind his sister. As Seneca kind of looks over. Oh, I suppose it is around that time for our meeting, isn't it? The others here as well. She kind of
Hi.
looks around.
They're over there. They're looking at the big egg thing. It's really impressive.
Oh, apologies, Sophia. Please, no, please. Please allow them to come over and speak. We can return to our conversation in a bit.
No. I don't want to cut you off. Take your time. That's fine.
Maybe talking for a while.
Oh.
Sophia,
Well.
the woman nods a little bit, and I'll kind of go off to the side while continuing to try and like hide himself from everyone. Yeah, probably a few years younger than Reese, you'd imagine, maybe like 7. As Salaka seems to make a motion for the others to come over.
Alice will do so.
I will certainly do so.
So, Shiva,
Yes.
Adeline, both of you recognize the woman with the silver hair.
Oh.
You recognize her as Sophia Silverstar. She is a minor celebrity throughout a large part of the empire, especially some of the larger cities. She is a famed, well, other than just being a noble, she is also a famed harp player. a musician in general. Very, very well known in general, very well known as a minor celebrity throughout most of the Empire. Though Mitchie doesn't have, she isn't a bit, she's only a minor celebrity, but still.
I love your music.
She kind of looks over at me.
Adeline just waves, cat on her shoulders.
She gives a bit of a noble motion of appreciation to you. Thank you. I'm glad that. Well, I'm glad to always find travelers who enjoy it.
Shiva just politely smiles. She doesn't make comment on it for now, but when Sophia does have the attention, she does kind of bow because she finds it polite, and the fact that she's even minorly famous is impressive to her.
Sophia kind of notices Shiva and kind of bows back, as well, kind of does go a bit of curtsy back, as also the young boy that also seems to kind of spot Shiva and make a slight bow motion as well. So you maybe recognize you as being nobility.
What could possibly give that away? I don't possibly know what could. It's not as if Drow is rare as it is, and she's not wearing a super fancy dress. No.
That may also be more familiar with Shiva's family.
That's also true. Shiva's minor nobility. Her family is kind of not, depending on how familiar you are with the dragons.
As I kind of watch you kind of. My apologies. I forgot we had a meeting scheduled. But I do thank you. It's quite interesting seeing all of you having. Well, you've done quite a good job, as far as I can tell. Ran across some trouble though, as far as I can tell.
I got a bit distracted.
Yes, the sanitarium was attacked just before we got there.
Kobold raiders with mountain lynxes, I think they were.
You fought them off pretty well, though, as far as I can see.
We saved as many as we could.
I cannot ask any more.
Took a bit of a beating in return, but we all made it out.
Thank you for bringing Alpha in. I will be studying his words carefully.
He's
Good
had
idea.
one prophecy, and one of them, and he's like 1 for 1. Well, actually 2 for 2, but the one that counts on me is more of a history thing.
There is power in his words. That is absolute. The simple question is, can we make them mean anything?
Calorus fell in a hole.
She kind of looks to
I
Karis.
did not fall in a hole.
It's because I caught you.
I got trapped in a net and the hole opened up under me.
And then I caught you.
There was magic involved.
Regardless, though, I thank you quite a bit for your work here.
I do have to ask, what is your plan with him? He is a very powerful seer. I'm wondering what you could do with him.
I plan to speak with him, record what he says, and see what I can do to the best of my ability to match up what he says to events that happen. If in time I may be able to figure out how to understand his words better.
Do you think there's any hope for a recovery for him?
That's not mine to say.
If where will he be staying? Because I do have to ask him a few things myself. Being a spirit talker myself, he has quite a bit of power that is to be respected.
He will be staying in my personal manor house.
I don't know where that is.
I can have the address sent to you.
Ah, thank you.
With the instructions.
As much as his seer powers are helpful, I do not want him to be lost in the weave for very, very long. It can be very damaging on his mind. As well, you can see.
Well, it looks like she wants to comment something that holds back.
What do you say? Speak your words, it is fine.
Anyway. Meanwhile, I have been looking into what you brought me. It is quite fascinating, I will admit. Though, I've struggled to get exact detail of it, though I have gotten something. She will take a moment to consider to herself, tilting her head at Cadney for a slight moment, before kind of looking at the others again. During my investigations, trying to see all the work done, it comes to my belief that, almost cyclically in a sense, it's more information shall be revealed to us about it. And right now, some information has been revealed to me, though it's not the strongest. I feel you may need to investigate further yourselves for a moment. As she goes ahead and to whoever is closest will hand a rolled up scroll.
I'll take it.
When you are by yourselves, I recommend reading upon this.
Okay, I tuck it into my shirt. Okay. I'm sorry, but you've looked at me twice now and looked like you've wanted to say something. Is there something you desire to say?
No.
I mean, you keep doing it. I mean, I don't want to feel like you're pressured or anything, but I would like to know.
You were cursed.
I was, yes.
She didn't say much more.
Yeah, it was from this idol. I hold it up and I put it away. There's a angry spirit out in the woods that I plan on having to go balance again. It'd be a bit of a process, but it should be okay.
Anyway, in addition, thank you for bringing him here. I do have to offer you all a bit of a reward, I feel. And such shall be done.
Oh, okay.
Firstly, I would like to offer all of you, if you are so interested, though I'm not allowing this, some of you would not be as interested in such a thing. I have some spare seats, if any of you are inclined, at Miss Sophia's music show at the local opera house.
Shiva raises his hand immediately.
I like music.
Interested in attending? If you're interested in attending, I have some spare tickets.
I will give kind of a half curtsy because the other hand is still holding Reese's, and she God, my brain isn't working correctly. She thanks Celica deeply for it.
I actually think most of us would be willing to. She would kind of look sort of chorus. Because honestly, she's the one I'm not particularly. Well, I guess Kawarth and Suta.
Kellis will sort of provide up a bow to Suiko as well and say, "It is most generous, however, musicals are not my forte, as amazing as I'm sure Sophia is. I feel it would be better used on someone who would appreciate it more than I."
Have you ever been to a music festival?
Not exactly, but
Well, you don't know then if you know if you'd like it or not. Perhaps you could go with me. The Fae used to put on very, very, very nice performances, and I used to listen in. Perhaps this is like that. I'm sure you would appreciate it. You can come with me, Caravis.
I will consider it.
Okay.
You access the tickets regardless.
Thank
Furthermore, I have requested a small amount of money from the Imperial Armory for each of you. Recompense for the danger you had on the way. It's not much, but it should cover some minor expenses at least.
Define a small.
She takes a moment. I believe I believe it came out as she can take a moment. About 220 ducats per person.
Well, that covers what we needed for Academy. And a little bit.
That's why I wanted to know what Small was, because she is a noble.
Yes, 220 ducats per person. Which, yeah.
Not bad. Take it.
That's a lot of
Damn it,
ducks.
J-Mac.
God, why do you make the same joke? I hate both of you.
Cadmy doesn't know what a ducat is, so she translates the duck.
We're the same person. Oh no.
I mean, we all just parts of J-Mac's imagination.
It's true.
As Arca will look around. Now with this said, I'm sorry I was not able to decode more yet, but I'll continue working for now. I hope all of you have a nice time resting up. And that, well, you have a good time. She gives a polite smile. Do you have any questions?
How have you been? You were gone for a while.
I'm very good, thank you.
How is Lucas doing?
Yes, of course. I have found a sufficient position for him. He is currently caring for something more unusual. There are more unusual breeds that others have had more trouble taming.
I am glad you have found use in his talents.
And he will continue working. I've also arranged residency for him with the service of the palace.
Oh, that's good.
Thank you very much.
Kellis ear twitches for a moment, but then she just bows and says, Thank you, you are most kind.
And you, young man? She kind of looks over at Reese, kind of freezes up a bit. If you wish to go visit him, you have free access. Reese just kind of bows. Thank you very much, Lady Sulka.
Amaya just kind of like ruffles his hair a bit and says, "See, I told you you could come back and play with him whenever you wanted."
What about Aspen? He was good friends with Lucas.
The servants' quarters has less restrictions on animals. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Okay. Aspen bounces a bit.
Celica, about Lucas's situation. On the way back here, I may require Sibel's help in a small matter regarding Lucas. And I would also like Sibel's help in finding a proper guide for this city. There's a lot I don't know and a lot I'm curious about if it exists here.
I'm afraid Sibel cannot simply help in all matters that you have up. However, if there are things you think she specifically can help with, though, her office is down by the entranceway. You can find her back.
Thank you.
Though she isn't a tour guide for the city, she has quite a few responsibilities to deal with.
No, was looking for a recommendation, not for her personally. Anyone else have any questions?
Very well then. In which case, Selok and the Silver Star siblings will leave.
Oh.
Unless you have something else.
When and where shall we meet you for the performance?
The information is on the back of the tickets.
Thank you.
As they all head off, though you do notice the boy kind of looks back, staring at notably certain individuals in the group. Two individuals in each place.
Oh?
Stares quite a bit at Amaya. And there's quite a lot of Shiva.
Not surprised.
Yeah.
Is there like any particular emotion behind the staring, or is it just staring at them?
That would be sense motive.
That's sense motive.
That would be get a hunch on the noble kid.
Sure, I might nat 20.
I should have tried
Nope.
aiding.
Oh, I should have been the one to try to aid. You are no. We both have +0 wisdom. Yeah.
Neither of you succeeded at the DC 20 required to start getting hunches.
Fuck.
No.
Oh well.
Out of curiosity, Kelris gets a hunch.
Would Kelris like me to reveal the information?
Sure, why not?
It seemed like he was staring at Shiva. You'd get a feeling because he was nervous about just like basically like doing anything that would be embarrassing, like noble-wise, in front of her. You know, anything that caused noble folk harm.
Makes sense.
Seem to be staring though more at Maya in the kind of like almost like he's trying to figure something out that doesn't seem right to him.
Someone's got a crush.
Probably not a crush.
Probably not, but that's what she's saying.
I hope not.
Yeah, the group is able to kind of depart then, if they so desire. You'll be at the door given given the tickets, unless you specifically go out your way to decline them.
Yeah, Kelvis will accept hers. She can always sell it.
Is she
Sell your box house seat at the show.
Shiva actually kind of ignores the person giving the tickets, but Hestia gets super excited and goes over and happily grabs it. She seems overjoyed. And that's particularly why Shiva was ignoring it. I was like, yeah, this is more for her, not me.
Yeah, you can. Reese seems pretty excited as well, kind of staring at his ticket.
I'm not surprised.
Amaya seems happy about it. Not particularly excited, but happy about it.
Also, I'll drop this on Karis as well, since Karis rolled well. Reese was also trying to conceal his emotions throughout that. He may have a bit of a celebrity crush on Sophia.
Oh.
No.
I don't suppose these tickets include backstage pass.
Not explicitly a backstage pass. But hey, you know Celica and Celica knows them, so...
Exactly. I was about to say, Shiva might be able to pull some strings, probably.
That's all.
I doubt it's so much of a silver crush so much as a, like,
admiration.
I want to be you.
In a way, to a degree. Definitely kind of like role model when it came to like, his music. Sure, he plays more guitar, technically. Though technically has a harp guitar now. And, you know, he's very interested in guitar, so, you know.
God damn it, J-Mac.
Yeah, I thought I'd reveal that to Kara so that he had a bit of a kind of like a slight moment of like admiration kind of rush over him. Yeah, I gave it to Adeline, Shiva, and Reese for particular reasons. Shiva because she has enough, because one, because of connection of nobility, and two, because as it stands, Shiva has enough of a presence in a location where she's performed a lot. She's performed a lot at Sigil, so there we go. Reese, celebrity reasons, music makes sense. And Adeline, well, Adeline doesn't have the bonus from living like the Empire being her homeland. She had enough knowledge local to make up for that.
Yay.
The rest of you didn't quite have enough even knowledge local, or you were like lived too far away on such an obscure reason, such as Cadby had a -40 time because it turns out she has no influence in the Elven lands.
I can't even roll. I automatically get a -1. I don't know you.
No, you automatically get -40.
That's true.
-41.
As it turns out, yeah, no. It's too bad a chance, but
Demon.
This didn't have any direct connection to musicians or anything. So.
She can appreciate good music, but it's not really her go-to. This is my recreation thing.
But as it turns out, though, it turns out the next day, about 4 in the afternoon, that at one of the large opera houses in the city, that she's holding a performance. You guys have seats like in basically those like up top, like those kind of like top area like balcony bits. Your seats up there.
Nice.
Shiva, I'm gonna need you to help me with my hair again.
She can do that.
And of course, everyone gets a 220 gold.
Yay. I'll always take money.
So they're not 220 ducks. Damn.
No.
You mean
I mean,
we
that
don't
is a
have over
lot.
1,000 ducks just thrown at us? Please take
I
it.
mean,
Over Roger.
I mean, technically, you could very easily you could trade that money for 1,000 ducks.
No.
Though it may be a side quest to find 1,000 ducks.
No. Cadme, just no.
Where would I
Tammy
even
sits
buy all
out
those
and
ducks?
bird calls for 2 years.
Well, it takes me 1 minute to call 4 ducks. How long would it take me to call 1,000 ducks?
About
The problem
200.
is eventually we're gonna be so. All the ducks in land are gonna be at us.
I mean, there isn't not a huge leak here.
Oh lord.
Oh dear.
It would simply take me 4 hours. I could call 1,000 ducks in 4 hours.
We're not calling 1,000 ducks anyways, Opera House.
Yeah, let's not. It's a bit many ducks.
Our entire audience is now ducks.
Oh lord.
Secretly, Cadme doesn't find the animals, she makes them.
Out of people.
Yes.
I was gonna say wood, but
Yeah, your group is able to head back to the tavern then late this evening if you so desire.
cool.
You are also speaking that piece of scroll.
Yeah. Which I pull out from my shirt and say, I got the scroll.
Which I imagine you might want to read.
I do.
Hey.
Wait, where's the book?
She still has the book.
I want the book.
She needs the book to decipher it.
But ignore it. So unfortunate. But the scroll in question, when unravelled, seems to detail a bit further into what she managed to uncover. It seems like the book is essentially waiting for certain moments before revealing information, almost like kind of like propped to certain dates or something similar, though she doesn't know the exact conditions behind it.
It's just like achievement unlocks.
But it does seem like a few things. So the journal has a few different parts to it. One part that she's found certainly in that is that the book was designed as a container in a sense, having a much larger magical reservoir than it should, and a large amount of it open, as if it can basically store a lot of something inside of it in theory.
Demons.
As you can confirm, the book, as you already kind of guessed, the book is in fact semi-intelligent, though only semi-intelligent. Reese pets Yuri.
Yay.
But kind of more as you kind of read through her various notes she's made. Some of them seem kind of like simplistic enough, like and they don't really kind of matter that much. But one section about what she managed to decode from some of the text inside, it's a bit more interesting. Which well, I think I can. Do I have a bit of text directly here for you? Let's have a look. It seems in a message that she's managed to code this much slow about something that's going to happen. The book seems to have this book seems to have had some kind of warning attached inside of it of an event that's to upcome relatively soon, though she doesn't know the details. It seems to specify something about a silver mine. And something about a whole bunch of people getting killed.
Wait. Amaya kind of like pulls out her journal and flips through a bit and kind of points at a page and says, "One of the prophecies the madman had.
Yes,
Silver, song, anger, help, fear, hounds, shadow, hell."
Yeah, that was when he woke up last night, wasn't it?
Yes. Elise here
Oh, great.
was thankfully awake. I didn't remember at all.
Out of character, I was
Amaya just kind
literally
of pets
just scrolling.
Elise a little bit, who looks extremely proud.
Yeah, out of character, I was literally just scrolling through the chats trying to find it.
Yeah, as it's done, Celica has like a number of suggestions now, like different things to look at, slightly different, various libraries, various like address of different silver mines in the region.
Or Sophia.
Silver
Yeah.
hair, she's
Silver
a singer.
song.
Wait.
Her name's literally Silver Song
For the star, actually, but
or Silver Star.
Wait.
I think that this is going to be something about that opera.
Wait,
Well,
Katarus, come with me.
Okay.
Amaya just kind of puts her hand to her temple. This isn't about the silver mine. This is about the performer girl, isn't it?
Yes,
Mhm.
and if it's something, well, the mine still might have referencing. I did say that there's a large fire spirit beneath this city.
They weren't here for that.
Well,
Unless you
no, I
told
did
them
mention
earlier.
I mentioned that before. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Well, we actually mentioned that. Well,
And
it's interesting you mentioned. There is also something else mentioned in there, though, in the kind of notes that Celica kind of has, which is the book also seemed to have referenced a large amount of fire and a sword.
I need to go check on the state of the spirit. I need to find out more about it.
Okay, just don't make it
All
up.
right.
A large amount of fire and a sword. I hope it's not another surtur.
If the spirit is waking up, that could be very, very bad. Especially spirits that sleep this long generally cause a great amount of catastrophe.
Well,
Before finally coming to rest in their natural state. Oh dear. Okay.
let's just go one step at a time. Let's just go and check on it.
Okay. Our first step needs to be finding out what it's currently doing. I need to be able to find something that will be close to it. Because I can feel it just around the city. I need to find out more about it, so I need to get closer.
So, what? Literally, like down underground closer, or more fire spiritualistic closer?
Yes.
At this point, I'm going to take a step back. So,
Okay.
as it stands, you have something here where it's pretty vague, but you have some ideas what you might need to look into. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to basically step back and basically, as a group, you can go off and split into whatever groups you want to, go off and do however you want, however you want to do in town. We will reconvene next time at the start of the opera.
Okay.
Okay. Which
In
is
the,
fair
meanwhile,
enough.
in the meanwhile, you can do whatever the hell you want to.
Yay.
Your character would do. And basically, we come back in the evening here, so you basically have, a day, basically like half a day tomorrow. Well, it's like more than half a day. Do what you like.
Well, apparently I'm going to get dragged around by Cadme.
Well,
Yay.
anyone who wants to get muddled up in spirits can come with me.
Considering it's a fire spirit, she might, depending on that still. She could
Amaya's
have
not
there's a lot of connection there.
Amaya's not interested in the fire spirit, but Amaya plans to go visit the lake again.
There was a powerful spirit in the lake as well.
Yeah, that makes sense. Actually, Cabby would want to check on that again, so. Yeah.
Amaya's gonna ask Reese if he wants to come and join in on a northern tradition.
Amaya, I know you're not as much of a talker as I am. Here, I have some leftover drugs from our seance. If you really want to see if you can get close to the spirit, this might help you.
Amaya's jaw just kind of drops a bit and goes, no, I'm not planning to try and talk to it directly like that.
It would still help you get closer in case you need to. Here, I want you to have it. I can talk to the fire spirit myself, but in case you do deem it necessary.
You keep it for now. If you do not end up needing it for the fire spirit, I will accept a gift.
Accept the gift. There you go. I place it in your hand. I basically pick up your hand and place it in it, and they turn to walk away.
She's going to refuse.
Etho will decline. He does not want to go anywhere near the lake right now.
Well, he doesn't need to go in the water.
He doesn't want to go near the lake right now.
Okay.
That he may want to stay in town because he may want to see Lucas.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, that's completely fair. Although again, Amaya is going to, ask Reese to take one of the adults with him, just in case.
I'm going to be dragged around by Adeline and Estufa, so who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, that happens. Worst case, he's got a cat here. That's Yuri.
You want to find out if someone's stalking her by stalking her.
Yes, exactly.
Does anyone else see the flaw in the logic here?
No, actually, that's
Hey,
fine.
no,
Perfectly
that
fine.
is yeah, that is perfectly fine. You find a stalker by stalking the target of the stalker.
Yeah. Just my first thought always goes to, why, yes, she does have someone stalking her. It's you. I know that's not exactly how it works, but that's just how my mind goes.
I mean, yes. There might be another stalker that's trying to kill her.
But Reese would be okay with trying to keep an eye on her. Plus, kind of wouldn't mind. If he can maybe accidentally hear her practicing, he wouldn't mind that.
Spy on her techniques.
Amaya is just going to sigh and say, "You have fun with that."
I think I might actually find Lucas as well because I want to talk to Yuri. I mean, I can talk.
Aspen woofs and sort of paws against you.
Aspen, would you like to come with us?
God.
As it stands, of course, people also have the option of libraries. Keep that in mind.
Library.
You can go for a visit at a library if you want to study about stuff. It's a very good location for studying about stuff. You can even do knowledge checks untrained there.
Sadly, Cadme is not the greatest reader.
I am not. This is fine. I'm just going to see if I can get ourselves a guide.
As it stands, libraries are a thing to remember. So, other than that, though, most stuff will be handled here, kind of just in between sessions. People come up with different ideas. You can say so. Don't have a lot of time in between sessions, so give your ideas as it stands. Is there anything people want before they kind of group bits up? Is there anything the group wants to do, like knowledge-wise or anything? Got any questions like on the grand scale they want to ask? Because we have knowledge skills and stuff which you could just roll for if you've got any questions in mind.
Any news about that goblin incursion that we found out about on the road?
The newspaper had something about that.
Ooh, nice.
The Imperial army clashed with a large number of goblins. To be precise, over 200 goblins have been slain.
Oof.
Excellent.
The road is now safe and open for the public.
How did the army do? Did they lose a lot or?
Doesn't specify.
So yes, they did.
Oh,
That's a
you know
raiding
something?
party.
You know something Amaya does want to do? Amaya wants to take off the inheritor vest and ask Reese if he wants to know what it's like to be like a dragon for a moment.
Kind of look to Amaya with a bit of a kind of curious look. Like, be like a dragon.
Amaya will just hand him the vest and say, "This will let you breathe out some dragon frost."
Kind of look to it with a bit of a.
You remember how I did?
He nods with a little bit of unsure expression though. He'll start kind of like slipping the vest on though he seems like a little bit doubtful. Though he does seem a bit caught off guard when the vest magically resizes.
Amaya finds at a door. Was like, "Oh, he's never had a magic vestment before."
As he kind of like does it. As he kind of does it up, seeming a bit unsure. Seeming a bit unsure.
Amaya will just like pat him a bit and say, "Just don't point it at anything alive."
I mean, maybe we should do this outside.
Well, yeah. I thought that was implied.
If you have. Then indeed, Reese will head outside.
Eris will follow. She wants to see this.
Basically pointing like half upwards towards the sky. He will go ahead and release the wave of dragon's breath for the 44 cold damage into the sky. As the kind of like basically snowflakes start raining down upwards. Reese just looks wide-eyed, staring at it. Wow. Wait, I did that?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty. Can you do that without this, or? Kind of looking to a man.
What spells do I have right now? Amaya just kind of smiles and says, "No, I can't do it without the vest. I'm sure I could find some magic to do that, but I don't have it available to me now."
Katniss just smirks for a moment, and then from next to them, there's suddenly a roar, and Shiva especially would instantly recognize it as a very loud dragon's roar as Kelvis does 2d6 sonic damage up into the air.
Hewitt is taken off guard for a moment and kind of looks at Chorus. I would expect you to sound more like a wild cat as opposed to a dragon.
Everyone can see Amaya's just holding a sphere of freezing energy in her hand and staring at Caloris, going, "Oh."
Calm down.
Am I stop a reach out Craig to grab her wrist.
Sorry, surprised. Surprise usually means danger.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised Professor made something to make you feel like a dragon. You don't like them.
It's
I think-
a
I think-
long story.
It's pretty cool though. He says with a cheesy grin, knowing he made a joke though.
Mm-hmm.
So he does seem to generally really like the idea. Just he's going to like try blowing like another dragon's breath, though of course nothing comes out.
Sorry, it's only once per day.
Hestia, in the meanwhile, just kind of saunters over and shows off her own fact that she can breathe out fire as the proper compliment to Reese's once-a-day cone breath they just had.
Amaya just takes a big, obvious step to the left.
Well, Hestia's doing it away from Amaya. She realizes
It's just a matter of fact. They like dragon breathing, step away.
Hazel rolls her eyes and teaches everybody a lesson again, and suddenly everybody explodes into glitter.
Oh, is that will save?
Yes. No, it doesn't prevent you being coated from glitter. It prevents you from being blinded by glitter.
Yes, I know.
Oh dear.
You succeed. You succeed.
Oh good.
You succeed. You succeed.
I don't remember. I'm just going to have to roll Reese's money because I can't open the sheet in a second, but his bonus should be something like that.
Yep. Yep.
Oh,
She was not close enough.
No, you
And succeed. Everyone succeed. And it's stupid. Oh.
Yep. But now you're all covered in glitter. Fire breathing chumps.
So shoot, everyone else gets a +2 because it's S2 for 8.
oh, well, that's cool. That's nice, actually.
Wait, you can
Hestia
eat will
glanced
save
over-
spells now?
Hestia glanced over at Hazel and just kind of politely comments, even though, I mean, she doesn't know they're all gonna understand her or not, that if she used her fire on everyone else, it would be considerably less enjoyable as opposed to just harmlessly putting people in glitter.
Oof.
Yeah, Dark,
Which
I want
she
to find a
knows
lot to
she
work
can't
with.
really understand, but you know, it's pointing out the obvious.
If you want to put stuff and stuff, maybe you can give it to me. But the chances are, what you're looking for is probably yes in the end. But go ahead and message me about what you want to do.
Leather barding.
That's it.
Or your
Basically anything you want to do between sessions, go just message it to me.
Okay.
I can flash through it. And if it's something like you're going for an adventure with someone, well, we can handle the adventure going on an adventure with someone.
There's also a rules question that I want to ask you right now.
Yes.
Because this is going to come up next level, but I want to know it now. For animal companions, whenever they gain their level up, they can instead swap out bonuses for +2 dex and +2 con. Does that swap out all the bonuses from it, or just the ability score changes?
Right. What you're referring to?
There's a note.
Is it like an archetype or what?
No, this is a base thing in animal companions. Yeah. I'll just send the animal page.
I don't know what on the animal companion page to look for. So
Right above the descriptions, it says instead of taking the list of benefits at 4th or 7th level, you can instead choose to increase the companion's dexterity and constitution by 2. Does that replace all of the advancements at that level? Meaning the size increase, the natural armor increase, the
yes.
natural weapon size increase.
Yes,
Ugh.
Yes, I think it does. Then.
Ugh. That sucks. Give up all that for just a +2 dex and con.
Some
I mean,
people,
it is
for some people, it can matter, especially, for example, if you would pick something that saves, you want it to be small for the purposes of, or like smaller for the purpose of like scouting, for example,
Yeah.
and you don't want it to get bigger. That could be a reason.
Yeah, I was thinking about taking that if it only just got rid of the ability score changes, because...
No, it replaces the advancement at 4th level.
Ugh, okay. Okay, well, Yuri is definitely going to be medium-sized then, because if I didn't take that, I would also lose the sprint ability, which is...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. People can message me about various different things. Basically tell me your goals if you're going in a group. Tell me who's with you in the group. People will be sent up messages as relevant. I'll say no.
I'm pretty sure it's safe to say Karis and Cadney are doing stuff. I just need to sort out what stuff.
You can discuss with each other, figure it out, and then one of you can message me, tell me what you're doing. Once it's all figured out.
To the bar.
Hey.
And of course, if you do things individually, you can send individual things to me as well. You have basically the evening, and then you have tomorrow to do things. And of course, it's too for your thing. You have the backed up thing with the kid you can do if you want to.
Ha 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 ha.
Back up, kid.
Don't worry about it.
Evil.
Oh god, you're already getting another
No.
What was that kid's name that you like found in a closet or something?
What?
You never found
In
a kid.
Valerian Throne, as Ao had like this assistant kid for a while.
Did I?
No.
He had an assistant in the form of like a familiar quotation marks, like that
Not-
was actually
not the
an
imp. Not the imp. There was a
Oh,
kid.
great.
I think you had like a hireling back at your house or something.
Oh, no, I had the closet full of undead. I had that.
Oh. Oh yeah.
He had skeletons in his closet.
Yeah, that sounds like Ao.
No, that was literally the case.
Yeah, I wanted
Like,
to
whenever anyone came to visit, it would just hide undead in the closet.
Really, you had skeletons in your literal closet,
Yeah.
not just in like a,
No, in the closet.
not
Yeah,
just on a tarp.
Whenever people came to visit, hide them in the closet.
They protect my house while we're gone and were actually useful.
Yeah, they defend the
Yeah,
house.
I know.
They defend the house.
Oh, that might have been who you're thinking of. You might have been thinking of Lola, who was one of the Shadow Marquis people.
It could have been.
She wasn't a child. She was just a thief.
Anyway, though,
Guarding costs.
the group can go. The group can depart to do whatever they so desire. The session had fun. The session went slightly different than I expected. Things got certain things ended up occurring in a different way than I expected. But hey, it was interesting.
Cadme got cursed again.
I was surprised that the group took like 4 hours out of the day to just go looking at animal tracks and get cursed.
You say this as if we don't like commonly get sidetracked all the time.
Yeah.
Yes, but not normally for like that long.
And Adeline's very curious, especially whenever it comes to animals.
Hey,
She
we
got
got
reward. She
Kitty.
found undead.
We got Kitty.
Yay, cat.
Reese likes